Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ariel Helwani Show!
Back in your life on this Wednesday, July 9, 2025. Hello again, everyone. I sure hope you're doing well. It's another beautiful scorcher of a day here in New York City, and I was waiting for the music to change. The happy birthday. We did it yesterday for me. Thought we would do it today for On Air Jordan. There it is. On Air Jordan's birthday today. Where are the props, guys? Yeah, there. Nothing? Jordan, nothing? No hat? No streamers?
He demanded against them.
Nothing?
We don't need to do this.
Don't do anything for my birthday.
I appreciate the wishes. I appreciate the text. First one of the day from Ariel Helwani.
I was first.
Wanting to catch up.
What time? 7:13 a.m.?
I thought it was like 6:13 actually.
I texted him, by the way, and of course, no need for the big intro. We're being joined once again by our resident Irishman.
Really fucking stole my thunder now, Jordan, hasn't he? Oh, it's his birthday.
Now, look, yours is coming up. We've got myself.
He does
we've got
not
Jordan.
care.
It's so crazy because PT was so excited. He was talking for weeks about this trip to New York. And then I wake up to a text today. Hey, I've got some errands to run. Is it okay if I come in at 3? I was like, wow, you don't want to hang. The best part is the hang. The best part is the lunch. The best part is the kibitzing.
Listen,
He showed up literally 16 minutes ago.
unlike this whole team, I have to serve a purpose for the uncrowned side as well, okay?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know anything about that.
What are you doing?
Okay.
You're writing.
Here, Jordan, who gave you your first card of the day, huh?
My dad dropped one off this morning.
Can I ask something? Very important here.
Sure.
Who wins this bullshit? Who wins the I texted first, you got this
It's
first?
just-
Who wins this? Why are we playing this? I'm
Okay,
not playing.
let's
Why
break
is
the fourth
anybody
wall
Looks
playing?
like
here,
Razor
Eric.
Ramon with
Eric
that toothpick, doesn't he?
walks into the room. I'm here at 9 o'clock every day before anyone else. Eric walks in, he goes, "Hey, how's it going?" Sits down.
Nothing?
else. And he comes in. Oh, Jordan, big hug, happy birthday.
Not
Eric's
even an
like,
acknowledgement.
shit.
By the way, after she did that, I then went, oh, I feel kind of left out. Like, Jordan got a big
Yeah, I'm
reaction
still
there.
waiting for the happy birthday from Eric, actually.
Oh, it's not coming. Don't wait.
Boys
No,
are all
it's
writing
not
the
coming.
picks. Look at this.
Yeah, look at you guys. Are these the Aspinall picks?
You damn
These are
right they
different
are.
flavors. PT has put us on to the mango and the strawberry. No shade towards Aspinall, but the mango and strawberry are better than the big berry from Tommy.
Wait a second. Those aren't the Aspinalls? Those are
The same
different.
brand.
There's
Oh, but
he's
they are-
involved. He's involved.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, he promotes all of them. Not
He's
just
doing
one.
well. He's doing well.
Yeah, no, but he has
I
his
know
own
he's doing well.
flavor.
Shout out Andy.
Yeah, shout out Big Andy. Well, anyway, I mean,
Happy birthday, Jordan.
yeah, happy birthday, Jordan.
So the answer is nobody wins, right? Okay. I just
Thank
wanted
It's
to
just,
check.
you know,
Thank
it's
you.
a
I
matter of...
acknowledged it that his coffee order was messed up this morning, and I was like,
See, I told
even on your birthday, your coffee.
Yeah.
Let's be honest,
Got messed
everybody's
up.
coffee order was a little...
Wow.
Wow. I hope they're not listening right now. In the
Starbucks?
Oh, I thought in the lobby.
No.
Guys.
They're A1 all the time.
We need to get into things here. It's been so great having PT. I don't want this to end. Any chance of extending the trip
You pay my rent, put me up in a penthouse suite
would
somewhere,
be
no
fantastic. Or maybe we make it like a quarterly thing.
problem. Penthouse.
I just mean like you come in quarterly. It's just you've brought so much joy, so much
Toothpicks,
happiness.
scratch cards.
I just such energy.
Another surprise on the way as well.
Did you win anything off your scratchies? Ariel?
Actually, thank you for asking. This morning, my daughter Claire and I, before she left to camp, scratched off. We scratched. How many did you give me? Like 7 or so?
Can't remember.
We scratched
6.
4 out of the 6. We left the bingo to later because we really wanted to like lock in. And we've currently walked away with $15.
Hey.
$10 on one, 5 on the other. The best part was my wife coming down and saying, "What are you guys doing?" I was like, "Look, we got to match them." That. She's like, "Wow, this is what you're teaching. You're teaching her how to play scratch off lottery." I'm like, "This is a way of life in New
Support
York."
the New York lottery, man.
Uncle
How's
Pete.
Jordan getting on? Did he win anything?
I saw him throwing them in the trash.
Wow.
Win or learn.
Well, it's been amazing. Petes's been all over the gaff here in New York City, covering the massive Taylor Serrano fight that goes down, of course, on Friday at Madison Square Garden, live on Netflix. No pay-per-view required. Yesterday, he was at the open workouts at the Oculus in the financial district. Look at you. No smile, huh?
Well, I was like, right, so often there, they put me in a photography section, and everyone all around me, because I don't have a camera, is going like, oh, we just have to get in there. And I was like, no, you fucking don't. I'm here, all right?
Yeah.
You not see me standing here.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, we actually have another photographer coming. I was like, oh, well, tough shit. I guess you wasn't here on time. I'm here now. And so there was a bit of elbows going on.
You were there because when you came to us live on the Arenado program, you were in the same spot.
And exactly. And I said to them, I'm going to spin around and you are going to be pointing those cameras right in this freckly face.
Yeah.
God bless you.
What was it like? It looked
was
like
good.
quite
It was
the
really
scene.
good. It was crazy because there was people
I
just,
think we have more pictures, right? More stuff? I don't know.
there was people trying to come in at all times. Oh, look at this.
Wow,
What
look
about
at you.
that?
Some
you
can
know?
of piss with the exclusive KT
First
champion.
one
Is that
in
really
the
the first one?
First one in the world.
In the world?
Given to anyone that isn't named Katie Taylor.
Who gave it to you? Katie herself?
Our boy Nick, champion.
Oh, shout out to Nick.
Legend.
And I've also met Sky from Champion. Two lovely people.
Yeah,
They've been
yeah.
doing this big thing up in Legends Bar. I might pop up in there later.
They sponsoring our show maybe down the line.
Huh?
They're going to sponsor us.
Gonna sponsor the crack. I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
Is can of piss really a phrase?
Yes.
It is a phrase. What do you... I mean, it's...
And if it wasn't before we
It's
made
what
it,
it is.
Helwani made it one, if
I
not.
looked it up on Urban Dictionary and it was like
it's some can of piss.
it was like no
Or piss
no
stick.
definition, could potentially mean a container that holds someone's urine. And I was just like,
well, that's what it means. Like you are a can of piss. Like
that sounds like an insult.
it is an
It
insult.
is an insult.
Oh, okay. Nice champion T-shirt. You can of piss.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to keep up with the times. I'm just trying to keep up with the times.
Did I say that? Or did
By the way, according
called
to
you a can of piss.
onelook.com, it's Dublin slang.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
Wow.
Is One Look the Irish Urban Dictionary?
I don't know.
I don't know. It just popped up here. Who knows? Anyway, please continue. What was it like?
Yeah, there was loads of people. The terraces was crazy because up there, do you know around like there's all shops up around, but there were like 5 deep up in those terraces
Looks sick.
all around. And then meanwhile, there's people trying to commute and they can't get
I
through.
see. I see. Yes.
The amount of people trying to move through, and then they had to bring in security to make like paths through the spectators for the commuters.
Yeah,
So-
because people are just trying to get home.
Yeah, but also people are like on their journey going, oh, what's going on here? And they stay. When the fight was happening, everybody wanted to stay. It was just like people were like, oh, I'm not going home today. Let's watch this.
Yeah.
And there's like different people making content all around the ring, which might differ from your usual boxing event. Jake Paul's charity were there, Boxing Bullies, is it?
Correct. Yep.
And to be fair to Jake, he was over with them the whole time. Like, a lot of respect for him.
A lot of kids.
He had media obligations, but he was running back and forth to them every time he had 2 minutes, and they were going crazy. They
Wow.
love him, you know. He must have been over. I was standing there for about 2.5 hours. He must have been over 18 times.
Wow.
And there was another girl behind him. She was holding up this sign me, and she kept on screaming, I'm the female Jake Paul. I'm the female Jake Paul. He must have stepped over and talked to her like 5 times, and she still couldn't get enough. Every time he walked past, he was
love
just
it.
kind of like, I don't know what to do.
By the way, did you like having the fights in the? We've been to 1 million open workouts, but they had 2 fights in
added
the midst of
completely
it.
different energy to the thing.
Good, bad,
Good. Really
Yeah.
good.
and pretty good fights too.
Yeah.
From what I saw,
Yeah, that first one was really
Crystal
good. That
Rosado.
she's really
Amanda's
good.
high on her.
She's really,
Yeah.
really good. And I didn't think Vasquez was bad either. It was just your woman she was really good. And the energy in the place completely changed when that happened. And it kind of set the table then. People were more intrigued by the workouts as that was happening, I feel.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that the good people at the ring Riyadh season, they were the first ones to do that, at least that I've seen, where they've done some fights during the open workouts. But I think it's a brilliant idea, especially when you're out in public like that, because it just gets more people to stop, watch, partake, makes for a bigger crowd. Nice showcase. It's streaming on YouTube. It's I don't know. It's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I like it.
I was trying to figure out, there was all these different areas people were sitting in. There was a commentator going on behind me.
Yeah.
It was a real hive of activity. I've never seen anything like that. Like, I've only ever been in there getting the train to offices or whatever like that. Crazy to think they could just turn it into that.
Well, later today at the theater, 6 p.m., they'll have the press conference. Yours truly actually will be hosting, and I thought the team might, come by, sit in the front row. I got you guys seats, support.
Everyone stop chatting shit.
Look down. You're like, oh, Frank is here supporting me.
Frank's never like, Frank's the
On Air
last
Jordan on his
person who's doing
birthday,
that shit.
coming to support me.
More
Rick is
likely
here.
Jordan than Frank, let's be honest.
GC's, like everyone's going to be there. And I thought, maybe you'd come and support. No.
That's fucking
I mean,
bullshit.
Put up the blow up dolls. Look at
Yeah.
look at this thing.
Look at that.
Wow.
Wow. No, I mean, it would be nice.
See that? It is actually an inflatable. You call that one right, Ariel?
Yeah. I mean, I never doubted myself. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be hosting at the theater today at 6. A little bit of a hiccup. Chantel Cameron still not in New York. 2 days before the
I
fight.
did not hear that.
Yeah, her visa did not get approved, but is flying as we speak. Finally got it over the line. That would have been devastating for her. Of course, the two fights against Kody, and I think there's only one other fight for Kody after this one, and that is a third one against Cameron. So that is going to be interesting to monitor. She will not be at the press conference, but hopefully we'll be fighting on Friday. Did want to go over some other news. UFC going to now. Is it Qatar?
Qatar.
Is
Qatar.
it?
Who said it, Frank?
The boys
Qatar.
in the back say Qatar.
Fuck off. It's Qatar.
No, I say Qatar.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Lucy.
I say Qatar as well. They're going there November 22nd. First time.
It's exciting, isn't it?
That's big stuff.
Woo!
No fights announced, but that is another one.
That's a fine horn-shaped building they have there, isn't
that's
it?
fantastic. I don't know what that is. Hotel?
It's crazy looking. Kind of looks like something out of like Star Wars or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Maybe that's the Fighter Hotel. Also announced that Chris Eubank Jr., get a load of this. Have you
Okay.
seen this?
No.
Chris Eubank Jr. has been fined £10,000 for misuse of social media by the British Boxing Board of Control.
Whoa.
Eubank Jr. appeared to have violated the board's rules when he posted footage on social media that suggested he was using a sauna to make weight. Misuse of social media.
That's mental.
It's just a lot of fines on the poor guy, with
10
the
grand.
eggs. He missed weight by like 0.2 and now 10 grand because you're not allowed to use a sauna. And so they said, okay, we can't catch you for using the sauna because we don't have like physical evidence, but you suggested, it seemed implied that you were using a sauna.
I remember, I thought both guys employed. I thought
And they're fining him for that? It's either you have the evidence or you don't.
they really know how to warm the boxing fans to them, don't they? The British Board of Control. Jesus Christ. That's
Like it's either he did it or he didn't do it. Anyway, them's the news.
wouldn't make a dent in that man's bank balance right now.
10,000 is nothing. Oh, another piece of news, interesting news. Francisco Rodriguez Jr., who has a win over Galalia fight just a couple of weeks ago, he tested positive for a banned substance. This is now another fighter under the Eddie Reynoso stable that has tested positive. We saw very recently Jaime Munguia, another one. Everyone's saying that there's something shady going on over there. There it is from the Matchroom boxing account. And it's interesting that we highlight this because later in the program, the CEO of Matchroom Boxing, Frank Smith, is going to join us in studio. I'm very excited about this. Frank Smith, in many respects, people have said this, not me, is to Eddie Hearn what New York Rick is to me.
That's a good, yeah.
That's what people say.
Sorry, yeah. No, definitely.
Ride or die, loyal to the end. A young upstart, started working for the Hearns when he was 14.
Wow.
He was a T-boy.
Crazy.
A little bit younger than Rick, but not too far off.
He came into his own during the old Chris Eubank v. Conor Benn situation, didn't he? He had a few moments there.
He had a few moments
He was
backstage.
pushed into the
Yeah,
floor.
yeah.
Eddie can't go. Here comes Frank.
Here comes Frank.
Didn't shy away from it.
Interesting, by the way, because he is dating.
Come on, you fucker.
Yeah.
That,
You know, he's dating Junior's sister for many, many years.
What?
Frank
Thanks, mate.
Smith is in a long-term relationship with Chris Eubank Jr.'s sister, Chris Sr.'s
Frank.
daughter.
Frank, you are dangerous, mate. Whoa. You don't want an easy life, does he?
I mean, it's been years. It's been like 6-7 years.
Frank, mate.
But I always wonder.
What?
So we'll talk to him about
Fair
that.
play to him.
Back into the show, we're going to be joined by the president of TNA Wrestling and the Anthem Sports Group, Carlos Silva. You may remember Carlos Silva used to be the president of World Series of Fighting and PFL.
Oh, yeah.
You remember him?
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with this guy? I say to him, come ride shotgun, be on the show. We have the great graphic with you on there. Look at this thing. It's just too good. What position did you play on the 1936 Notre Dame Fighting
QB,
Irish?
obviously, look at this form. Look at the form. Obviously, where I fucking played.
That is fantastic.
Oh,
Played
my
in
God.
South Bend. And Kody Big Mo Mommaerts is going to join us, a rising star in the world
He's great.
of ring announcing. He is a freaking giant,
know-
6'7".
I was obviously in my spot, as we saw earlier, with the photographers.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw this big, handsome blonde man
Yeah.
standing there, and he gets in and he does the whole business or whatever. I'm walking into the office today, on time, I might add, and there's this big blonde lad in front of me, and I'm going, surely this lad just doesn't look very like the other fella.
You didn't happen to see the lineup.
No, I didn't.
Today? No,
I
he
didn't
was
check
gonna
in.
be on. All right.
Didn't check in with it. And then I came up the stairs and I was trying to get into the rooms without my beep beep. I don't have to sign in. Then I heard him saying, "I'm here for the Ariel Helwani Show." And I was like, "It is him."
Yeah.
So that's that was.
Yeah, no. So 3 in studio guests. That's a great story.
Thanks.
3 in studio guests. Once again, we're killing it with the guests. Yesterday was tremendous with Craig Jones and Shakur Stevenson, Shanika Johnson, Petesy, of course. And I do believe at the end of today's program, you'll join us once again, unless you have other things to do.
I'll see if Fan pops up. If nothing else pops up.
I mean, you could go to the semifinal, 3 o'clock kickoff.
No, don't start that.
PSG.
You
Real
and Ade,
Madrid,
nothing.
Literally 8 miles from here.
Ade, nothing.
Yeah,
yesterday.
nothing. As
He looked
expected.
good though. Fair play to him. Well rested.
Always.
Well rested.
Yeah. Buff, trim.
Well
Good-looking
rested.
guy. Anyway, thank you, PT. Great stuff from you. There he is, the great Petesy Carroll, host of the critically acclaimed podcast known as The Crack. Big show on Friday. Chuck Mindenhall in studio.
Yeah.
Gavin Casey, the legendary Irish writer.
Do you know Gavin Casey's plane got turned around on Tuesday?
He's playing what?
His plane got turned around in the sky.
Wow.
A bird.
Save it for the show. Save it
Okay.
for the show. No, this is good stuff.
See you later,
Good
guys.
stuff. All right, there he is, the great Petesy Carroll joining us. Any music to walk him out? There it is. There it is. Thank you so much. What a legend he is. And we'll check in with him at the end of the program. Without further ado, though, you may have seen him. He was in the ring. He was announcing Jake Paul and Mike Tyson back in November. He's done a litany of bare knuckle events. He's done a litany of boxer events as well. He is a rising star in the world of ring announcing and cage announcing, and he'll be front and center on Friday at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Once again, in that same role for the Netflix card, Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano 3. He is the great Big Mo, a.k.a. Kody Mommaerts, joining us in studio. There he is, the mountain of a man.
Nice. How are you,
my friend? Great to see
great
you.
to be here. Thank you for having me.
Please have a seat.
Absolutely.
And I know you're a stickler when it comes to pronouncing names.
Yes, you nailed it.
Did I nail it?
Mommaerts.
There it is.
Very few get it right off the rip like that.
Thank you.
We have worked together.
A little bit of a stickler as well, so I like to make sure, but I know that you are very particular, as you should be.
Yes.
Great to have you in studio.
Absolutely. It's great to be here.
Is this your first time doing an event at MSG?
It is.
Wow.
I finally get to check
That's
off.
a big freaking deal.
It is. It's really cool.
Man, MSG. And we're not talking theater.
No, MSG.
Kind of annoys me sometimes when people say, yeah, I'm fighting at MSG. I'm like, it's next
Not the
door.
same. It's like when people say like the Indigo at the O2. It's
Yes,
not quite the same.
yeah, not quite.
Same building.
So you will be there front and center.
I will be there.
As you were back in November
Yes.
for Tyson Paul,
Absolutely.
Taylor Serrano too. How much has life changed for you since then? Because there have been some people, most notably the Ring Girls, who I think some of them, their life changed after that event, right? But you were front and center throughout a lot of it as well.
Yeah.
How much has life changed for you since then?
I mean, I don't know, but my whole career has gone pretty quick since I got started in this. I mean, I started doing this when I was 23, 24 out of college and started on the regional scene. And
That's not that long ago, by the way. You're 29?
29.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeah, so I've just been building this career, and it's all just been progressing. And honestly, Paul Tyson, more than anything else, was self-validating. I mean, don't get me wrong, the show was massive, but after going and starting in my career and cold calling promoters and trying to get on, and I kind of always got the same answer from all of them. Why would we hire this 25-year-old when we have, these other announcers we've been hiring for 20, 30 years, which I totally understand their logic. So really doing that event, only a few announcers have ever announced over 70,000 people, and I don't think any announcer's ever done 100 million people watching. So when I did that, I was like, okay, I do belong in this.
Yes.
I can do the big fights. Absolutely.
Was that your first show with MVP?
That was my first show with MVP, and that was actually my first big show I've ever done in America. All
Wow.
the big fights I've been doing for Boxer and Sky Sports.
Okay, so how did the MVP relationship? Because since then you've done a couple others. I saw you in Anaheim, of course, for Jake and Julio Jr. This one, how did this all come about?
Yeah, well, obviously building my name in the UK with Sky and Boxer were great. MVP reached out back early last year when it was initially scheduled for Paul versus Tyson, and they were like, hey, we're doing this on Netflix, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm in. And then it got delayed, a week later, whatever it was, and just kept in touch. And I love the MVP team, and they're really creative disruptors in the industry, and it's fun doing some shows with them here in the States.
So are you their guy now? Are you doing all their events?
As of now, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'm enjoying my relationship with Nikisa and Mike, and hopefully that continues. I mean, right now I've only done 2 with them, so hopefully that can continue over time.
This will
But
be
I'm
3
enjoying it.
now.
This will be the 3rd.
Yes,
Absolutely.
and 3 pretty massive ones.
Yeah, I like the big ones, so that helps.
So let us talk about the journey. And I know you've
Yeah.
talked about it a little bit here and there, but it is a fascinating one because you are a former football player.
Yep.
You posted a picture recently of how you looked when you were playing for Northern Colorado.
A little bit bigger, Mo.
What was that? 315?
315-ish was my
Golly.
biggest, yeah.
And now you are
225, 230,
6'7".
6'7".
So you're a football. Do you think you can make it to the NFL? Are you hopeful? You're playing
No.
for a D1 school.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was, football, I was a better student than I was a football player. I loved school, got my undergrad and my master's while I was there, loved playing football. But when it was over, it was over. And towards the end of my career, I started hosting like events and doing a lot of public speaking for class and things. And I realized I was a pretty polished public speaker. And I had friends that said, hey, you should try commentary because that's a common transition when you get done in the sport, as we see in combat all the time. I was tired of football and basketball, but I joined a local organization called Sparta, and a lot of great fighters have fought for them on the regional side. Justin Gaethje, Sandhagen, Ian Heinisch. Like Denver to MMA is what New York is to boxing, as you know.
Yeah.
And so I started with them as a commentator, saw the ring announcer, and I thought, you know what? That might be more my speed. I think I can do that. Started doing that, had some coaches and managers that said, hey, you're a little rough around the edges, but you've got something here. So I stuck with it, chose to brand myself. I used to wear sunglasses in the ring just as a visual, grab someone's attention. Went by Big Mo because it was simpler than my name. And then just started marketing myself on social media. People thought I was related to the Buffers. I'm not. I don't know. Maybe we got slick back hair and we're white dudes, so maybe that's why. Got on TikTok, Instagram, all that social media stuff. Obviously, I'm a little bit younger than a lot of the MCs. Then joined BKB Bare Knuckle, who I still work with today. And that was my first time getting to work with like top quality broadcasters, Mike Goldberg, Claudia Trejos, Paulie Malignaggi. I got to be around them. Then I got a call to do the Eddie Hall versus Hafthor Bjornsson fight in Dubai. And that was like the first international show that I did. I remember I called the promoter and I was like, if you're going to have the biggest fighters, might as well have the biggest ring announcer.
So you reach out to them or did they reach out to you?
In the beginning,
Brilliant.
I cold called everybody.
I love this.
Yeah,
I
mean, it's one of those things. I still got the video on my phone. I went to Vegas for a trip and took a ride to the UFC headquarters. Didn't realize it was a compound. They wouldn't let me in, so I just stood on the sidewalk for like an hour and I met like video editors and I was just trying to
Come on.
have it on my phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
What year is this?
This was 2020, actually it might have been before COVID, 2020, like maybe right before COVID.
So you're just there hoping to beat someone.
Yeah.
No problem. You're hustling. You're standing out there.
Yeah. I mean, look, I've learned through business and I have an entrepreneurial background, how to cold call and sales pitch and market myself. So did that progressively. Then I did the show in Dubai for Eddie and Thor, and that's where Sky Sports found me. And so then Sky Sports and Boxer, Ben Shalom, reached out to me. And they said, all right, we want to do this as a test run. I go, great. Don't pay me. I'll come out. I'll just do it. Let me show you what I can do.
You suggest this.
Yeah, did it. And the rest is history. Then 2 months later, I was doing Shields versus Marshall for the undisputed title at the O2 sold out. And that was like the first big like global show that I did, ESPN, Sky Sports, broadcast, etc. And now I'm on Netflix and now I'm in the Ariel Helwani Show.
Yeah. I mean, that's a side note, but it's very inspiring.
Thank you.
And there's a lot of lessons, especially for young people, because obviously I'm a little bit older than you.
Yep.
And I get some people who will reach out to me and they say, how do I get to ESPN? And you just have to be patient, but you have to work your ass off. And when you think that you are working very hard and outworking other people, work even harder. That's what I say.
Yes.
Never stop. And I'm sure there have been times where maybe, and let me know if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You kept hitting some roadblocks.
Yeah.
Maybe you feel bad, maybe feel down, but you don't sit there and lick your wounds for 6 months. You dust yourself off, you get right back to it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that everyone has the opportunity to do whatever they want within reason. I mean, obviously, I'm not sure I could go play in the NBA tomorrow type of thing, but I think you can kind of control your own destiny and your own career. And if I was able to do it, I mean, ring announcing might be the most niche industry in the world. I think if I was able to do that and carve a little niche and space for myself, I think pretty much that shows that anyone can do anything they want within reason.
Did you grow up a fight fan?
I did. So I was a little later. I was actually a UFC fan first. I remember I used to watch UFC with my dad when UFC Unleashed would be like reruns on Fox. I always thought they were live because I was a kid and didn't know any better. And I practiced, my first sport I ever did was Shotokan karate. So I was a huge fan of Lyoto Machida growing up because he was one of the few Shotokan fighters in the UFC. And then my love for boxing grew out of that. And now I'm a fan. I love combat sports in general. That's why I like announcing all combat sports, started in MMA, and still do bare knuckle and boxing. So it's fun. I'm a huge, huge fight fan. It's my favorite sport in the world.
And so in the early days, you're doing play-by-play.
Started off doing commentary for just
and why did you feel like that wasn't quite the right fit?
I don't know. I mean, it was a combination of like, I was used to being just a public speaker presenting to a crowd.
What are you talking about when you're public speaking? Like, when you're doing that?
Yeah. So in grad school, when I was getting my master's, I would compete in business competitions all over the world, won a lot of them, won a competition in Boston, went to Lithuania for a competition. So I was always giving presentations. Really, when I got the real love for it, this is kind of a cool story. So our athletics department used to do an ESPY type show.
Okay.
And it was for our own school. And I remember I kept asking the AD, let me host it. Let me host the show. And he's like, I'm not letting a 20, 21-year-old kid host this event. We have boosters that come to this and administrators. And I was like, let me host it. So eventually I helped him move and he wanted to compensate me in some way. And I said, let me host the show. So he let me host the show, full tuxedo, did a monologue, roasted coaches and administrators and things like that. And that's when my friends were like, you have something here. And so I did it, and I don't know. My goal has always been to work in entertainment. I've always been fascinated by it, and I didn't want to go the route of, move to LA and sleeping on couches and things like that. I respect the people that do that, but I wanted to find a different vein for me to get into. So when you combine a love for public speaking, I was raised by a trial attorney that taught me how to public speak and how to dress and how to present to people. You combine all that together and my love for combat sports and entertainment, being a ring announcer actually kind of fit in a weird way.
What's also interesting is when you look at the landscape, a lot of the guys, as you said, are getting a little bit older.
Yeah.
So that one could surmise that like there's a massive lane here for someone who is in his late 20s to be around for a very long time. Did that thought cross your mind?
Absolutely. No, I like research. I like primary research and doing all that. So when I started, there's no textbook how to be a ring announcer. That doesn't exist. So I actually made a whole database from scratch, and I started doing research on every single ring announcer and understanding who they are, what their catchphrases are, who they announce for, what I like about their style, what I think I could do differently. And I just started absorbing as much information as I could to make me as capable as possible to do my job. And when I started, I approached it very intently, dressed the part every single time, kept the same energy the same time. I had promoters early on the smaller scene that used to tell me to tone it down. I don't know where you think you are, blah, blah, blah. But
really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
But I believe heavily in visualization, affirmation. And so I wouldn't picture that I was in a bar or wherever we were doing these fights. I was picturing that I was at Madison Square Garden. I was at the O2. I was at Wembley. So I'd already lived those experiences in my head, which helped me throughout my career, because when you do something live, as you know, you got to be perfect. You can't really make mistakes. So that helped me a lot because I'd already lived that experience in my mind.
Did you get nervous?
Not anymore, no.
Did you get nervous?
Yeah, occasionally.
When we're talking nerves, like I remember my early days of being on TV, I would feel my heart beating so fast. I would say it feels like it's gonna like come out of my throat. It was going so fast.
Yeah.
What are you feeling when you're getting nervous?
When I would get nervous, one of my legs would shake.
Okay.
Yeah, and which is good because at least it's not visual for a lot of what I do. Everything's from the chest up. But not anymore. Honestly, after I did Shields Marshall at the O2, sold out. At that point, I was able to go, okay, I can do this. There's now the only thing that would change is maybe the amount of people.
Sure.
And that's what I experienced at Paul Tyson. And after doing Paul Tyson, now
Were you nervous on that night?
No, actually. No, I was actually super, super calm. Yeah, I loved it. I think I've been working to that point for so long that it felt right. And introducing Mike Tyson was a trip. I couldn't believe I did that. But it was an amazing experience. And I've gotten to do some really, really cool stuff. And I love my job. I love building combat sports. I love being I think entertainment is really important in society. I feel like everyone is just super tense right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to have something to where you can turn it on and you can just disconnect. And so I've met families that bring their kids or people that go out on a night and they say, oh my God, I had a great time. Thank you so much. This was so much fun. You're great, blah, blah. That gives me a sense of euphoria because it's like they just went out and they experienced something fun and I was able to be a conduit or a piece of that. And so that makes me happy.
Who do you think is the greatest of all time?
I've been asked that before. To me, and I've said this before publicly, I think the buffers in each their own lanes are the best. I think they each have their own dynamic that fits a lot. Historically, I mean, Michael's Michael. Michael is a legend, but I do love Bruce also. I would say Bruce is the person that I was first enamored with doing the job. And I saw a lot of people in the industry try to just replicate what Bruce was doing, and it's hard to do that. And so I never wanted to be, in fact, it was on your show. I remember Bruce came on your show and he said, whoever is next or whoever does this needs to be their own person. So whenever I've gotten compared to Michael or compared to Bruce, it's an amazing honor. They're great. I want to be me. I want to be the first Big Mo. I want to do things my own way. If I can take inspiration from them, great. But I want to do it how I want to do it. So I would say the buffers in their own respect.
Have you ever met either of them?
No.
Never.
I've had an email exchange with Bruce. He's a very nice guy. But that's kind of one of the downsides of the job is it's a very individualistic job.
Sure.
You know, if I recognize this, if I have the job, that means someone else doesn't. So no, never. I haven't
you
really
probably wouldn't be at the same show because
there would be
there's
no
only
point.
one role, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what's interesting is they're completely different in terms of their style. Obviously, Let's Get Ready to Rumble, iconic.
Yeah.
Bruce, though, is moving around. He's spinning. He's in your face. He really changed, in my opinion. He pioneered a whole new way of doing this. Historically, the guy's in the middle. He's standing. He's very proper. Tuxedo. It's a similar look.
Correct.
And what he did was revolutionary. And so it's interesting now to see other people put their own spin on it. If someone hasn't seen you before, what is your secret sauce? What is your different?
Yeah, I mean, I think my voice is interesting. I actually went to, it's funny, I've taken the same approach that I took as an athlete to this job. So I went to an ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Okay.
And I basically talked to them about how I can work on my voice and how I can improve it in the same way when I was playing. I would go see a physical therapist or a special coach, strength and conditioning coach for advice. I did the same thing. They actually took a camera and they put it down my throat and to look at my vocal cords. And they actually said that my vocal cords, a lot of them close flush, mine actually overlap. And I don't know if that has led to I can almost kind of growl a little bit when I speak. It's a lot, but it's still clean. It doesn't come out like yelling or screaming. So I think I don't know, my ability to project is a plus of mine. I've increased lung capacity, which is a good thing for the job, et cetera, et cetera. I think from a stylistic point, I was trying to be in the middle of the two buffers. That's what I was going for. I loved Bruce's energy and passion, how much he moved around the ring, but I loved Michael's, how polished Michael was and how consistent Michael was with how he sounded every time. I liked that a lot. I liked that Michael was a little bit slower at times. I think that helps add to the suspense. All of that I think is important when you're trying to convey suspense and excitement to people. What I've said is really I'm a glorified public speaker if you really just narrow it down. So I've watched a ton of different public speakers to understand how they present. So I'm a huge stand-up comedy fan, and I started paying attention to how different comics have different delivery with jokes and how they take people down a certain path or what their tone is. I started watching Southern Baptist preachers, who I think are some of the best speakers in the world because they're so passionate, they're so in your face that you almost become enamored with them. So I started paying attention to other types of speakers to see how I could kind of refine what I'm doing, because in my mind, if I'm going to dedicate all this time, if I'm going to go in front of all these people, if I'm going to be on these broadcasts, I want to be the best at what I do.
The one thing that I'm always drawn to, especially with someone like you, it's like you take your time. The world is watching you. And sometimes, I was even talking to my son about this because he had to give a speech in front of his class. And I'm like, if you think that you are going too slow, you're probably still not even going slow enough. We have a tendency as human beings to go too fast.
Yes.
In the early days, like if you watch some of your stuff from 4 or 5 years ago, is it hard for you to watch? Do you think that you're going way too fast?
I don't even like watching myself now, if I'm being totally honest. Like I put clips out on social media, but I don't even...
It's hard.
It's weird. I don't know. It's like, and then you're also super critical of yourself every time, which is a good thing. I think it keeps you kind of in check. But no, I agree. Look, public speaking is the #1 fear amongst young people by a lot of standards. It actually outranks, drowning and heights and things like that. People are terrified of it. And I think it's because what I've learned, they're afraid of making mistakes. If you're afraid of something that hasn't happened yet, it's going to throw you off of your game of what you're trying to focus on now. And I think a big issue that people try to do is they try to memorize everything. So when they can't memorize, they freeze completely because they're used to a sequence of words and a sequence of phrasing. So what I've told people is you need to almost have like a Batman utility belt of words that you can pull out at any point, to where if you get stuck or if you slow down, you can always pull something out. So in my career, or in my role of being an announcer, I know there's always things I can pull out. Live on Netflix, July 11th, Madison Square Garden, to where instead of saying, you can actually fill it with tangible words that actually add to the presentation, because the only person that knows that you ever make a mistake is yourself. And that's an advice to give to any public speaker. Don't be worried about a mistake that you've made. No one knows you made it.
That's brilliant. Who taught you that?
Me.
You just figured it out?
Yeah.
Over time?
Over time. I mean, I learned how to public speak at a really young age. I was raised by an attorney, a trial attorney, my dad was. And so he taught me all of that stuff at a very young age. He taught me how to present. He taught me how to address a room, taught me how to dress to gain attention from people or to get authority when you're presenting to someone. So I just learned that over time, but I also started watching and, like I said, listening to different types of speakers and how they speak. You know, when you look at people that have the greatest speakers in history, in my opinion, they all had something that was the same, which is they got people to listen to them. They had a way that they spoke, whether good or even sometimes bad, but it got people to pay attention, right? You look at presidents, you look at someone like Barack Obama, or you look at someone like JFK, then you look at someone like Trump, different ways that they speak, but they're so uniquely themselves with how they speak, it forces you to pay attention. So I think that's kind of where I got it from. It's just absorbing a lot of information.
I'm curious about the process. So like on Friday, it's still a little bit funky,
Yeah.
the Friday-Saturday thing, historically Saturday.
Right.
8 fights, 16 fighters.
Yes.
You do have cue cards.
Yes.
But you're not just sitting there or standing there reading all of them. So what's the process? How do you get to the point where you're comfortable in front of the world, in front of 20,000 people to do your thing?
Yeah, well, what I've learned is that of all the words that I say, 60 to 70% of it is going to be the same. So if I'm saying he stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, he weighed in at X weight, the only two variables in that is the height and the weight. So if I can get my brain to a point where they almost look at the base words as just, this is what I say, and I can, swap in synonyms and antonyms and things like that as I go. But in general, it's the variables that change. So the purpose of the card is just to track the variables. And I don't like reading off of a card. I like looking at the fighter in the eyes. It's kind of an intimate moment in a way, because it's just us two for all practical purposes, but really there's 20,000 people, but in that moment it's just us. So for me, it's just understanding what has to be said throughout the whole week. I love doing the whole fight week because it gets me more locked into the show itself. I'm sure you can kind of relate. You doing the press conference helps you do the interviews after because you've already talked to them throughout the week. Granted, you're a lot deeper in the industry. You talk to them all the time. But I think as long as I can get comfortable with what I have to say, then I know I'm pretty good.
And so are you writing all this out days in advance, the night before, so it stays fresh?
Yeah.
What's that process like?
Well, it depends on how long the fight week is, but I always like to get them done as early in the fight week as possible, because if there's any, sometimes a fighter says, oh, I'm actually not from London, I'm actually from Manchester or something like that, I can always, make adjustments on the fly, but that's always one or two things throughout the week. So no, I like to get them done early. I like to handwrite them. I have a template that I kind of fill in the blanks for. I've crafted my kind of cards over time to try to save space, condense space, but it always gets, really when it gets the trickiest is when a sponsor has something specific that they want said, or a fighter needs something specific that they have said, because now I'm speaking on behalf of the promotion who has contractual obligations with these sponsors. So that moment, that's when I'll actually just read off the card. You don't want to mess that up. Right.
Bruce over the years has told me there's certain fighters that he loves to connect with. They like Michael Chiesa would always come up to him and give him the fist bump. Are there certain guys or gals that you've developed a relationship with where you're like, okay, this is going to be a fun one?
Yeah.
I love the way they react to me and I react to them.
Yeah. I've never, I think maybe with boxing, maybe it just doesn't, because with boxing, it's kind of a tighter introduction, because in the octagon, they stand on the side and there's more room to move around. In boxing, it's kind of in a corner, so it's kind of trickier to move. So I've never had as much fist bumping and things like that. It happens occasionally, but for me, I've been able to build relationships with these fighters because I think I can relate to them in a different way. I've never been a fighter, but I've been a high-performing athlete. I understand to some capacity what they've put themselves through, obviously not to the same extent. I'm also closer to them in age, so that allows me to just relate to them on a different level, I think. And that helps too. I think that fighters feel comfortable around me, which is a good thing. And I want that to happen because fighters are always like, shameful. They don't want to, they're humble, but they don't want to say what they really want said. And I'm like, no, like, this is your introduction. Tell me exactly what you want said. So I think if I can build a comfortable relationship with them where they trust me with that information, or they trust that I'm just doing this as my job for them, then that builds just a more natural relationship because they can come up to me and say, hey, I'd really love for you to say this. Great. Whatever hypes you up, within reason, I will say whatever you want.
I do have a bone to pick with you, though. I have a bone to pick with you because the first two things that drew me to you in particular were your height and the stash. I thought the stash was perfect. I loved the stash.
The mustache?
Why'd you get rid of it? I thought it was great. It was unique. It made you stick out. It fit. It fit the look. Why'd we get rid of the stash? I think we have. Look at that. Look at that middle picture right there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a great looking stash. Not everyone can pull off that kind of stash.
I love it. I've gotten mixed reviews. Look, in America, mustaches can sometimes, depend. No, it depends on who's wearing the mustache. I'm gonna do it. Don't get me wrong. It's also like, I also need time to grow it in like super fully because I don't want to come out there looking like looking like.
Why'd you get rid of it? Because that was kind of your thing early on.
Actually, not really. I mean, I only did it for a few shows here and there, so maybe it was good timing when you saw me. But no, I've mostly been clean shaven. But yeah, I'm bringing the stash back when I have some time.
Did someone tell you to get rid of it? Was that it?
No one ever
got tired of it.
Just I like
healthy
it as
stash.
It's a novelty.
Okay,
it's a novelty. It helps keep people on their toes.
Okay, so you want to change up the look?
Yeah, I mean, I like being clean shaven. I think, and two, I mean, the other reason why I shaved it last was because the next fight was on Netflix. It was the first big fight I'd done in America on Netflix, and I was like, do I really want this audience's first impression of me to be with a mustache? I don't know. So
I think it's a great look.
I'll bring it back.
How many different tuxes do you own?
A lot. I've tons of suits. I'm a huge suit snob. I've gotten to work with a couple different tailors from all over that have made some cool stuff. So
you have to get yours bespoke. I mean, given your size.
Yeah, I can't really fit anything off the rack. So yeah, no, I love wearing suits. I don't know. I think it makes you feel a certain way, like knowing that you're polished and you're presentable like this and you really look the part. I think helps. A big component of public speaking is commanding authority and getting attention. So that's why wearing the suit I think helps. But I mean, I also just own the fact, and I've said this before, but in some capacity, my job is kind of ridiculous. Like, I get into a ring. No, I agree.
Yes.
I get into a ring. I'm wearing a tuxedo. There's a few people wearing suits and tuxedos for sure. It's definitely a nicer event. I'm in there. I'm introducing information that you may or may not already know about these people, but I think it works. And where I really became enamored with it is, I remember early on, my friend group, I was like one of the few people that really was into fights and watching fights. And I remember I would always put like fights on during pre-games and just mute it and things like that. And a lot of my friends, they couldn't tell you what a 10-8 round is. They couldn't tell you, what this choke was or what this type of punch was or anything like that. But what they could relate to, lights go down, the MC introduces the fighter, pyro, flames, music blasting. I mean, when you ask a lot of fans what their favorite moment is of the fight, a lot of them say the ring walk.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them say the presentation of the whole product. So that's where I became enamored with it, is I was like, oh, this is sport, but it's sports entertainment. And the entertainment is a huge piece because they're watching a show more than they're watching a game or a match.
I have to say, again, when I was first introduced to you, it was on one of the Boxer cards. And I really like the way Boxer does the intros with like the ticking time bomb thing.
Yes.
There's like this tension.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I know they're kind of going through this transition period now. They're looking for a new home. Yep. They might pop up on Sky here and there. Are you going to continue to work with them?
Yeah, I mean, my plan is to, I like working with everybody.
You're not exclusive to anyone.
I mean, depending on regionality, possibly.
Okay.
But it's more so, look, I want to introduce on the biggest stages. I want to do this in front of the most people that I can. That's my goal. And I like to maintain a good relationship with everybody. I like to maintain a working relationship with people. So Boxer knows that I work with MVP here in the States, and MVP knows that I do stuff with Boxer. And it's just, I like to just work with everybody.
Is there any particular reason why the think, yeah, it would be the 3 major boxing promotions in the UK all have American
I asked
MCs.
that's a great question.
David Diamante with Matchroom,
Yep.
tremendous. Thomas Schreiber with Queensberry, and you with Boxer.
And then Michael for, if they
the
wanted.
big Riyadh events. Yeah. Why is that? Is that a coincidence?
It's a great question. I asked that same question when Sky and Boxer hired me. I remember I was talking to some of the Sky directors and producers, and I go, I'm just curious. Like, I kind of anticipated that you would want a British MC.
Yeah.
And they said, well, the American accent is we look at the American accent as the international accent. We never think that way because we live in America, but it makes sense. So what I've been told, and I've done shows in France, I've done shows in Poland, culturally, just bringing in an American adds a level of presentation. It sounds different. I've talked to a lot of British people. A lot of British people don't even like the British accent. They like the American accent. So I think it's more of just it adds to the global feel of the show, I think.
So this is actually a conscious thing. It's not a coincidence.
Yeah. No, I think it is, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Because I too would think that they would prefer the broadcasters are British.
Yes.
Like the play-by-play guy is British.
Correct.
The analysts are British. So you would think that the ring announcer would be British as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, it's a very niche industry. I think of announcers that do global stuff and really travel for shows and can make this a career. It might be like less than 50 in the world.
Right.
Even it could be less than 25. And really when you start getting into like the top fights, it's less than 10 or 5. And so it's a really just find-it group of people, and if they like the American accent, then they like it.
I've also seen that you've sometimes doubled up. You're doing the MC work and the post-fight interviews, like
Yes.
with BYB, right?
Yeah.
You're doing the post-fight interviews. There was a guy recently who had a moment where he was telling his wife.
Yeah.
And
Ike
there you are.
Villanueva?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
How do you like doing that? Does that make your life?
I love entertaining people.
Okay.
I can do a lot of different stuff. I've hosted press conferences. I've done interviews. I can announce. I've done play-by-play. Like I feel comfortable in the role of speaking or presenting in front of people. I think the ring announcing stuff was just unique enough to that's kind of where I found my footing the most. But I like doing it all. And the whole goal is to transition into other forms of entertainment. I want to get into acting. I want to get into show hosting. People have said I should host game shows. So maybe, Jeopardy needs a new host. I don't know. Reach out.
I like it. What is the dream? What is the dream gig?
Honestly, like for a long time, my dream was to host the Tonight Show.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like... But at the same time, I want to try acting. I want to try a bunch of different stuff. At this point, like, I think I can do anything. And I don't say that in like a egotistical manner, but like, I announce fights for a living. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so if I can do that, then in theory, I can do anything.
And do you do anything else outside of this world?
Yeah. Helped start a technology company out of college. My teammate and best friend, his name is Keenan Leary. I remember... He brought me into his dorm room when we were 18. He's like, hey, my brother Sean has an idea for a company. That company is now SportsThread. We have about 750,000 users. We're a ticketing platform. We're a full SaaS platform. I'm the COO of the company.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm entrepreneurial side. I've worked in tech. I've done a whole lot of stuff. And that's why the job in the UK worked, is because when I was working more for the business, I would travel and I was able to do the fight stuff in the morning. And then 4 p.m. was 9 a.m. in Denver. And I was able to work the full workday in my hotel room after doing all the fight stuff. So I was able to do both.
So like even this week, are you doing both?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. It's tougher when I do stuff stateside because the times don't always work out.
Right.
And I've been focusing a little bit more on the announcing recently just because of the amount of shows that I've been doing. But yeah, no, I love business. That's definitely aided me in my career because understanding marketing and social media, like I helped build a social media application. So I have an idea how algorithms work and how posting and things like that. And that's all been advantageous to me. So yeah, I like to stay busy.
In terms of the acting, I know that you were in a Mike Tyson biopic, but you didn't quite make it.
My scene was cut. It's a great story. So I remember I was in Los Angeles and I met a guy named Steven Rogers, who was the screenwriter for I, Tonya. He's Margot Robbie's writing partner. I remember I met him and he had mentioned that he was doing some boxing show, but I didn't think much of it. And then I had an actor that reached out, an actor friend of mine, about 8 months later, and he sent me a posting for a ring announcer. And I was like, oh, I'll do it. Cool. Going to the posting, I go, I know that guy. So I gave him a call, talked to him. I thought I got cast as Michael Buffer. I thought that's what had happened, but I was more cast as like a radio side host type of thing. But yeah, Flew down to Alabama for a couple days, shot that. The Director X, was like Drake's main director, and this was like his TV debut, I think. So I got to work with him, which was cool. And I remember I came in, sat down, and they had a whole script. So my first ever casting I ever got, I had a whole monologue where I was introducing Mike Tyson fighting Lennox Lewis. That was like my whole spiel. And I remember I sat down, I did it, and it one take. And I remember Russell Hornsby, who was playing Don King, was there, and Trevante Rhodes, who was playing Mike Tyson. A couple other actors were like, "You done this before?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, occasionally, yeah." So it was funny that I got to do that for Mike, and then I actually got to introduce Mike in real life. It was cool.
What was it like when you found out you didn't make the final cut?
I was bummed. I still made it in the credits, though. I still got that IMDb credit, so that's what matters.
So have you been in any type of film or movie?
No,
okay.
No, haven't really tried.
How do you get into that world now? What's the thing? Like, you stood outside the UFC offices, but like, what do you do to get into that world?
Kick down the door until I get someone to pay attention.
What do we do here?
I mean, I'm working on it. I'm working on, because the whole thing is like, this is such a unique career that it's difficult to get people to understand it in a certain capacity and understand that I can branch out and do other things and speak in other capacities.
You don't want to be typecast, right?
I don't. No.
You don't want to play the ring announcer. You want to do something completely different.
Absolutely. I also don't want to be typecasted for my size. I don't want to just be cast as a security guard or a cop or things like that. I don't know. I think I can do a lot of different things, and acting being one of them, or hosting a show or hosting a game show. Who knows? For
now, though, you're happy with this.
Yeah,
I
love it.
This is.
No,
I feel like you're just scratching the surface.
I agree, and that's why I'm excited to do this at MSG, because that's been like the bucket list thing for me. Like, I talked to the Daily Mail this morning. I had an article that was written a few years ago where I said, like, I visualized doing this at MSG, and now I'm actually doing it. It's like a pinch myself type of thing, but it's like I said before, it's very self-validating.
Yeah, and it's amazing to see someone just like work their ass off to get these opportunities.
Absolutely.
Like, nothing was handed to you. You're not someone's son. You're not, know, like, it was just good old-fashioned.
Cold calling, getting opportunities, taking the work, showing the work to certain people, getting them to show their work to certain people, and just making up the amount of best friends that I've made that are secretaries.
Yeah.
I've made so many secretary friends. Oh, Sarah, I love you. Can you try to get this tape on this person's desk? Can you try it? Like, I remember I cold called Brad Jacobs from Top Rank a lot. And then a couple years later, when Michaela Mayer came over to fight Natasha Jonas, I was like, "What's up, Brad?"
Yeah.
And he was obviously cool. I saw Dimitri Salita the other day, and I remember he called me. He goes, "Man, I should have hired you 3 years ago when you called me," and things like that. And I don't hold any hard feelings because I understand their position. But yeah, it's about putting forth your best work and getting that work seen by someone, whether it's organic or whether you kind of, hold their hand and make them watch it a little bit.
As far as boxing in America, so I know in the UK, a lot of the guys are exclusive, right? They are exclusive to the promoters.
Yes.
But, like Jimmy Lennon jumps around. Mm-hmm. Buffer jumps around.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to be exclusive with anyone in the U.S., or can you jump around here?
I mean, I would like to jump around.
You'd like that? You'd prefer that?
Yeah. I mean, look, I think, again, I want to be doing big shows. I want to be introducing the best fighters. Fighters move around. They fight on other promotions. There's co-promotions, things like that. So I always want to keep my options open. But at the same time, if I find a home that really fits and they give me a good amount of work throughout the year, then so be it.
How many shows did you do in 24? All told.
I averaged usually 2 shows a month, sometimes 3, depending on the amount of travel between the 2 sports that I did. So I don't know, probably 25 to 30 shows maybe.
What do you think you'll get at the end of this year?
I think 30 plus probably, because BKB is doing a lot more shows on the bare knuckle. I'm doing more boxing, obviously. So I don't know, Road Warrior. I don't have a body clock anymore.
And are you hopeful to have more? Do you like that number?
Yeah, I mean, the
you don't
thing,
have kids, you don't have...
No, I don't even have pets. I don't even have a goldfish.
Yeah.
I got a suitcase with a tuxedo in it, and that's what happens. But no, I think, yeah, if I can do more, that'd be great. But at the same time, there's only so many weekends in the year. So there's only literally so much I can do. And usually I'm there for multiple days, especially if it's international. So I don't know if I can do much more than 30 or 35. So we'll see how it shakes out.
Are we doing exercises on fight day for the voice? What are we doing in the hotel?
Yeah, I mean, hydration's important. Menthol, tablets is important to kind of cool everything. But the biggest thing is I've worked with a couple singing coaches here and there that taught me how to speak and how to sing from the diaphragm rather than the throat. I haven't lost my voice from announcing in years because I taught myself how to get more from the diaphragm and how to project. What I've said to people is when a lot of people are in arenas or when ring announcers are in bigger venues, they feel the need or the tendency to scream and to shout. And that's what I said earlier with how many people have tried to copy Bruce. He's not screaming and shouting. What he's doing, and this is what I've said to people, is you need to learn how to throw your voice. You want your voice to sound the same to the people that are in the rafters as it's sounding to the people at ringside. It just needs to be louder. And I think that that's difficult for people because they get it all from here. There's only so much range that your throat can give you, but you have a lot more range if you incorporate your entire diaphragm and your abs and your lungs and things like that. I've dug deep into this.
Science. Yeah, I love
absolutely.
It. Bruce has its time. Michael has Let's Get Ready to Rumble. What's yours?
Are you ready to make history?
Are you ready? No matter what.
No matter what. It was Get Wild before. Chose to polish it up a little bit more for boxing. So now I say, are you ready to make history?
And at what point is that? Is that right before you say the main event?
Yeah, so it's my main event introduction. I'm not huge on catchphrases, honestly. Like I'd rather just be known as me, and I'd rather build my own personal brand. I don't want to necessarily lean on a catchphrase, especially because I don't think any catchphrase will be good as Let's Get Ready to Rumble, truthfully. So I have one, but at the same time, I'm not like
married
glued to it.
Right.
Yeah, I use it.
A fight that could happen down the line, not signed, maybe a sign. What's a dream fight? But I don't mean like, Tyson versus Ali. Something that you want to be in the middle of the ring for. Or Cage, by the way.
Well, the biggest fight, in my opinion, in boxing, and the one venue that I haven't done yet, I would love to do Fury Joshua at Wembley.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be incredible.
Even Ben Eubank, the rematch would be cool. On the UFC side, I mean, that's tough. I mean,
there's a whole host.
Yeah, there's a whole host of them. And I never even worked with the UFC. I don't know. If Conor comes back, that'd be cool.
Have you done any MMA show that I know you've done the early days, but as far as like the more
ex-MMA tried to make a comeback a few years ago, and I did a couple shows with them. I don't know what they're kind of doing now, but no, it's been more boxing recently, and boxing is on fire, which is great.
Yes. Well, it's working out for you, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all your success. Keep it up. Keep freaking, pounding the pavement.
This is surreal to me being here. Like I grew up watching you, and I love what you do. And like I said, I was a UFC fan first, so to be here is like crazy to me. So thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
It's been a lot of fun.
Great to work with you. Great to call you a teammate, and looking forward to what you do on Friday night.
Friday night live. Madison Square Garden on Netflix. I will see you all inside the ring. Ariel's going to be there too. Make sure you tune in Friday night on Netflix.
This guy hooked me up a couple weeks ago. My mic didn't work.
Hey.
You gave me the nice little assist there. Yes.
Yeah, sneak it underneath.
I appreciated that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ariel.
So much. There he is. Big Mo, there's the poster right there. Friday. And oh, by the way, weigh-ins on Thursday,
Netflix.
live on Netflix.
So I'll see you on Thursday on Netflix.
Yes. 2 for us on Netflix. So this is huge. We're going to take a quick break, say goodbye to Big Mo, and be back with the CEO of Matchroom. Maybe you could talk to him, Mr. Frank Smith. He'll be joining us in studio. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks, Ariel.
Live from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, the fabulous Ariel Helwani Show has hit the road, and the team is in Sin City for International Fight Week. Now, put your hands together for your host, Ariel Helwani.
Back in your life! Oh, I've been waiting to say that for the past couple of days on this
Lose it.
Thursday.
Ready one, ready his time.
26, 2000.
Okay. And then you're guest number 1.
Oh yeah? Yeah, it's Hall of Fame tonight, 12:30.
Hey, listen, the whole thing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you guys.
Often imitated, never duplicated, the one and only. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in. Always appreciate it. Yes, always better. That's what Tim says, and I know he's not making it up. Thank you so much. It's so crazy, right?
Thank you, guys.
I gotta tell you, bro, when my hairline was cooked, I was a little bit nervous to go bald, and I was watching one of your fights, and my boy was like, man, look at Volk. Like, he looks great with the bald head. I was like, you know what? Volk does look good with the bald head. I was like, you know what? I'll shave it off. I'll go beard. I'll follow Volk at this one. I was nervous as fuck when I went to the barber. He was like, all right, man, here we go. He shaved it off, and he was like, I'm not gonna lie. Thank God you got a good shaped head.
We figured we could go to that
stretch. Oh, okay, yeah, sweet. Yeah, that'd be mad.
Oh, that would love that.
Are they servicing?
Yeah, I think I think it was on about 10 mil. How long used to be on that?
You got the fight this weekend, huh?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I'm not, but yeah, there is. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be good.
You're a professional, yeah?
Yeah.
I can tell from the ears.
Oh yeah. Sometimes a giveaway, you know.
You're welcome.
Where do you want it?
Anywhere, please. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll go here.
Like, you know what? Let me get some more sleep. What's up, Carl?
How are you?
I'm very well.
Good? Yeah, what do you got? You got something now?
I'm chill.
Yeah?
Yeah, easy ass. I'll see you later, bro.
See you later.
I know, easy ass.
What's easy? Hey, how are you, man? How you doing?
It's great to see you. It's great to see you. Please have a seat.
It's happening in October.
Yeah, I think Jay, I think the Bilal.
In front of it, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a sticker.
Oh man, I can throw it on.
Where the white woman at?
Oh, hello. Okay, that was a snippet from our BTS from our time in Vegas, International Fight Week. What a time it was, what a time it was. We had someone following us around. We're going to do more of this. We did this at Fanatics Fest. You liked it. You really seem to have liked this one. And actually, I think I liked it most because I got to see what Rick and GC and Frank and Jordan and Andy, I got to see what they do backstage. Like while I'm doing this, I don't know what's going on back there. So it was actually nice for me. Very fun. And for me, the highlight was the trip to the Apex and the PI and UFC X. Rick GC, shout out to our guy Dustin who shot it and edited it. Great fun. It's up on the YouTube channel right now, along with everything that we did in Las Vegas and everything over the last few days. It's been a big month. June was actually our biggest month since launching this whole bad boy operation back in October. So enjoy all of that. Enjoy that chat with Kody, Big Mo, Mommaerts. In about 45 minutes time, we're going to be joined by Carlos Silva, the president of the Anthem Sports Group, which in that role, he oversees, among other things, TNA Wrestling, Invicta FC, and the Fight Network, formerly president of World Series of Fighting and PFL as well. But for now, I've wanted to have this guest on the program for a long time and wanted to wait to do it in studio because it's just a little different when it's in studio. I have described him, and this is with the utmost respect, to the New York Rick, to Eddie Hearns, to Ariel Helwani, if that makes sense. The right-hand man. Some might say the brains behind the entire operation. He is the CEO of Matchroom Boxing. He is the one and only the prodigy, Frank Smith. Is he there? Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. I had a whole big intro. He didn't even hear it. He was standing outside. Hello, Frank. How are you?
What a pleasure.
You missed the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it back.
Usually Eric opens the door.
No, he said stay outside. He said I might get embarrassed.
You know who that guy there, I have said, the guy who walked you in, yes. I have said...
He's me.
You are, yes.
Yes.
You to Eddie is him to me. Been with me for 15 or so years, loyal, ride or die, no matter what, the brains behind the operation.
Everyone needs one.
Yes.
Everyone needs one. You have the face, and then you have the behind the scenes.
So I said I need a photo at some point of you guys together.
We'll get
Eric
together.
and Frank. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
It's great. You had a couple nice little run this morning. I saw that.
Yeah, nice little
with Darren
5K.
Barker. Yeah, you guys in the 5Ks.
Yeah.
The Matchroom Social is basically just 5Ks at this point.
It is. That's the aim of the game.
Yes.
But I was struggling this morning, to
Were
be
you?
honest. Darren Barker hasn't run in 8 years. And
What does that mean? Today was the first time?
Today or the second time he's run.
Okay.
And I was next to him, and I think he was thinking, what am I doing out with this guy? Like, look, I'm not too athletic. I'm not competitive
I
either,
see you out there doing the push-ups with the kids and all that.
I try.
Well, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
Everything going very well for Matchroom. Congratulations on the rebrand. We actually have a side-by-side because I think you're behind it, right?
I mean, it depends who you ask.
Okay.
I suppose it depends. If you had Eddie here, Eddie would say it was all him. But I'll be honest, I didn't come up with the logo.
Okay. Which one, the right?
The right. But I came up with the idea that we need to change the logo.
You did.
You know, but
okay, so I want to ask you why.
People came up with it.
Can I just say, I really love the period, as I think you did as well. At least you said it in the spoof video.
Yeah.
It was classic. It was clean. Why did you feel the need to change it?
I think we felt that for years, sometimes it's easy to get complacent and sit there and go, oh, we're doing really well, everything's looking good, and not look at things and say where they need to improve. And I think we have such a great brand within the business,
right?
Also to consumers with Eddie, and the Matchroom. When you hear Matchroom, you go, oh, Matchroom boxing.
Yeah.
But I feel like we never had that look and feel, that sort of sexy edge. And I think that's what it gives us. And we needed to
How many
change.
months ago did this start?
12 months.
12 months.
Yeah.
To change that. I know it's not just that. It's a whole
It's
package.
everything. It's the whole ethos.
The whole
it's
look.
everything behind it. Ross Garrity, who led it. Alex Haynes, who...
Oh, my God. Hainesy?
Yeah, Hainesy.
He was behind this?
He was a big
Now
part
I
of
know
it. He was a big part of creating the new look and new feel.
One of the best, if not the best person in the business. And I know he's going to clip this off and put it on his social, but he deserves it because he is such a brilliant mind. Dare I say, underutilized.
He is, but he'll also raises every time you say how good he is. Every time we have like an appraisal or an annual review, he's like, what about what Ariel says about me? I'm the best in the game. But we felt we needed a change. I think when I first said it to Eddie, he was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he will come on here and say it was all his idea, so we'll let him have it.
So you pitched it to him?
Yeah. At the start, it was, do we need to change the name of Matchroom Boxing?
Oh, wow.
And then we did a lot of...
radical.
Yeah, but we did a lot, we did a lot of research with a group that helped us put it together and went out to our fans, and the team internally as well, and the people we work with day in, day out, and say, what do you want to see? What do you think needs changing? So it was a year process to get to the point you see now.
So Matchroom isn't just boxing, of course. Has the entire Matchroom look changed or just the Matchroom boxing?
Just boxing.
Okay.
Boxing. So obviously Matchroom is a holding company. We have the darts, we have the snooker, 9-ball pool, and boxing. Boxing has been the one probably we've been known most for the last 40 years. But Matchroom still remains as it is, and Matchroom Boxing now has its standalone 11B logo, which Eddie likes to call it.
Yes. And the clip was great of you guys. Yeah. The acting was phenomenal.
It wasn't acting. That was a normal day in the office. I think we could get a career in some kind of sequel or prequel.
It was very Office-esque.
Yeah. It's as if we copied it.
It was great. You just had the show, the Eubank Carroll show. That was the first one under the new look, right?
Yes.
Was that weird for you as someone who is so ingrained to see different logo, different color schemes, all that stuff?
I think it was good. You know, like I say, we always knew we needed to change. And I think some people in businesses, they get too attached to things and go, oh, we're the best at what we do, and nothing needs to change, and we just continue to do what we do. But we're always looking to take it forward, in everything we do. And it wasn't just a logo change. It was the fight week. It was the press conference. It was the weigh-in. Because, for me, Eddie is the passionate boxing fan. I'm more your sports fan, like casual audience, right? And I watch things and I go, it's a bit boring. Like, how do we take it forward and attract an audience like me of people who are going to sit there and watch these shows, these build-up shows, sell the stories of fighters, rather than just do what's been done for 100 years because that's the way it's been done.
So I noticed all the changes. I'm a big fan of all the fight week activities and whatnot. I have told Eddie myself that I found the press conferences to be a little stale. The press conference that you did last week, so this was the first one, was more variety show.
Yeah.
There were like different segments and different areas where so very different from what anyone is doing. Were you happy with the first one?
Yeah, and I think there's improvements that can be made on top of that as well, and we'll take the feedback of people. But I feel it felt fresh and quick, and it didn't stay still. It can get stale.
Yeah.
Sometimes you watch a shot for 40 minutes, and I'm thinking, I'm bored. And I work there.
Yeah.
And then the fighters, you see the fighters sitting there who have been there for 35 minutes, are on their phones. Why is anyone going to watch that and go, I need to tune into this on Saturday night? So for me, it was about keeping the pace up. I said to Eddie before he went on the stage, I said, please, you got 7 minutes. And he spent 4 minutes talking and then realised he only had 7 minutes, and he overran. I think he did 11 minutes. But for him, that was quite impressive,
Why not let fans in?
We do at certain shows. It's about when the demand is there. The weigh-in, we had them there, and we did our small talk show afterwards as well. And that was a great thing to add. But I think fans in time at the right shows as well, when you can get the audience there and a bit of fan interaction, ask the questions they want to hear.
It's worked for the UFC. For some of those big shows, when they have the fans in there, they just add a lot of energy, which sometimes I think is lacking in these press conferences.
For sure. And I also think the same thing doesn't work for every fighter.
Sure.
The same, host may not work. You may not get as much out of one person as you get out of another. Eddie may not get as much out of a young fighter than Charlie Parsons, who, we used on Small Talk with Sonny Edwards, or Jamie, or Darren Barker. Different fighters react differently to different people. And I think that was a big thing we were looking at is how do we best tell the stories of these people rather than just do the same thing week in, week out.
So this week is a big week for you guys, yet technically, correct me if I'm wrong, you're not promoting or producing the Friday show.
Nope.
Do you have any sort of promotional involvement on the Saturday show at Louis Armstrong?
We not directly in this show. Golden Boy are leading that one, but
how does that work, by the way? Because you guys did the Times Square one,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
And so why aren't you doing this one?
Just because of the different relationships with different fighters. That has been one of the great things as well. Working with Turki Al Sheikh is involving all different promoters and working together with different people to make things happen. For this show, we've obviously working with Shakur Stevenson on Saturday night. We'll help push things around the event, and any way we can help. We work very closely with the team. We did the event at Tottenham a few weeks ago, did Times Square, did LA. So we have a great relationship, and any way we can get involved and help deliver a successful event, that's our job, that's our business.
So obviously Kody has been with you guys from the beginning. Were you instrumental in bringing her over?
It was Eddie really had the relationship.
DM.
Yeah, that was
you were there, right? Boots on the ground.
Yeah. It's been an amazing journey.
To have her in such a big fight on such a big stage, but not because I even noticed, correct me if I'm wrong, like you guys don't really push this one.
Yeah.
I don't think Eddie's going to be on the stage today.
No.
What is that like for you guys?
Yeah, look, it's different, but you have to do the best things by the fighters you represent. And that's always been the difference with us, I think, as promoters, is we've always worked to deliver the best possible opportunities to the fighters we work with. The journey we've been on with Katie Taylor and what she's done for the sport is outstanding. And it's been a pleasure to be involved in it. That first fight at MSG, I always say out of the hundreds of fights I've worked on, that was one of the best nights I've ever been involved in. That atmosphere in MSG.
Unbelievable.
And also in Dublin, her 2 fights with Chantel Cameron in Dublin. I've never experienced anything quite like the passion they have for Katie Taylor is like nothing else. So to be involved in that journey has been amazing. And look, the reality of it is ego, isn't it? At the end of the day, like the things you met, like being on the top table or this, that, the other, that's ego-led. It's about being involved in these stories and being involved and staying involved throughout a fighter's career and that journey that you work through together.
How's the relationship with MVP these days?
Yeah, we've had our ups and downs quite publicly.
Yeah.
And, things seem to be good. I think we're never always going to agree, and you're never always going to agree with any partner or any people you work with. But if you can do good business, happy days. But it's definitely in a better place than it has been over the past few years, I'd say.
Are there any promoters that you refuse to work with?
No. Look, I'm very open about promoters. I will be open about my opinion on promoters. There's a lot of people I don't agree with. There's a lot of things I don't agree with. But if it makes sense for the fighters you represent, again, you have to put away, there's too much ego in this sport and in fight sports in general that get in the way of things happening. So you have to just go, do you know what? It makes sense. Let's do it. Let's make it work.
How do you decide as far as with Eddie, and I know there's a whole team, but like for the longest time, I think he was just kind of the front-facing guy. Now I've noticed you do a lot more media.
Yeah.
You don't mind being out there. How does that balance work?
It was, to be honest, it's never been the focus for me. I'm not like Eddie. People compare me to Eddie and say he just wants to be like Eddie or he sounds like Eddie or, like I've been around him since I was 14 years old. I met him when I was 14 years old.
It's an unbelievable story.
Yeah.
You mind telling it to us? I know you've said it a million times before, but
he'll go at me because he says, "Oh, you're just so dull. Just make up some new story." But I met him when I was 14 years old. I was selling raffle tickets at Romford Greyhound track, and I'm selling raffle tickets for charity. And when I went in there was a Bentley parked outside. I went, "That's nice." And being a 14-year-old, you're impressionable. Everything's about money, or for me, it was at that time in my life. And I sold him raffle tickets, and someone said, "That's the guy with the Bentley outside." And I went, "The tight bastard only gave me $20. So I went back up to him. I got $50 out of him. And then I asked him for a job. And I think he looked at me and thought, stay in school, leave me alone.
Did you know who he was?
No.
You never heard of the family?
I wasn't a mad sports fan, if I'm honest. I followed football, I went to West Ham, but I wasn't a crazy sport fan. It wasn't what drove me. At that point, I was impressionable to money. Okay. Again, being honest, I wanted to be a stockbroker in London. Because it was like, oh yeah, that guy's got a Ferrari because he's stock. They were the kind of things I followed. And I think when I met him, I just thought, oh, and someone said he's got his own business. I went, I'll go and work for him.
Wow.
And then I pestered him for a job for months and months and months. And I remember going to the train station, and I got to the train station, I'd left my wallet at home, and I had to borrow £20 off a stranger at Chelmsford train station in Essex, and I never found the guy again.
Wow.
And I really owe him my life, to be honest, because it's, if I missed that job interview, I never would have had a job.
Okay, and so what was the job early on? Like they say T-boy.
T-boy, like runner, like making teas, coffees.
If someone would call you a T-boy here in America, that would be an insult. But that's like a real title?
But if they called me it in America, I wouldn't mind. I started...
Like an intern.
Yeah, I started doing anything. I suppose, is it post-room people say as well in America?
Yeah. A runner is someone who just goes like, hey, can I get a coffee? Can I get food?
I got
laundry.
Pizzas.
Yeah.
I got pizzas, I got teas and coffee. I was very good
literally,
at it.
like the lowest.
The lowest of the low.
Yeah.
But it gave me that drive. And I think when I got into the company, it was very different back then. This was 17 years ago. I'm 32, or 18 years ago at 14, 32 years old now. And the business has completely changed. It still has that family mentality of a business, but it was a very different place to be. And when I started, I think I was on $40 a day or something like that. I was working 19-hour days. I'm not sure if it was illegal, but we won't press charges for it. So I would just do anything. Literally, sometimes I'd sit in the office and they go, "We got nothing for you to do." And I'd be like, they go, go and swim, go in the swimming pool, or go and learn how to deal poker cards, or flip poker chips. And I'd do that for days.
You just wanted to be around.
Yeah, and I think whatever I did, I would have worked hard. Whether it was in sports, whether it was in going into the city to work in banking or finance, or working in a superstore, I would have worked hard. And that was always, whatever I went into, it was just work hard and see where you get to.
I heard you tell a story that in your early days with Eddie, you might have been 16, 17, you stayed up really late, alarm goes off a few hours later.
Unplug the phone
thinking it was like a mistake or something, and you show up like 2 hours late.
Crying, my eyes out.
A lot of people would fire you on the spot.
Yeah.
Did you think you would be fired?
He thought about it, I'm sure. No, I was sitting in a room. We were producing a poker event, and I was sitting looking at the cameras. I was doing something, logging cards or something. And out of the corner of my eye, he walked in to this television truck, and he walked up behind me and he just dropped a letter in front of me. And I was 16 years old. I'd never worked anywhere before. And I opened the letter and it was a final warning. And I wish I still had the original of it, because it had the tears that I was crying on there. And I remember thinking, the first thing I thought at that time was my mum. I was like, how am I going to tell my mum? Because my mum had put pressure on me to, work in whatever you do, work hard, and give it your best. And I was like, I've been here for 2 months and I'm about to get fired. But I was never late again. And the final warning still stands.
That's amazing. So he wrote it out like this is
I'm
it?
not sure he wrote it. I mean, the spelling was a bit, I posted it once and a few people did raise some of the spelling. I'm not sure he wrote it himself though.
Any incidents since then?
No, never. That was perfect record since then. I've done 15, 16 years of being, no trouble whatsoever. But just a few interviews like this, like you were saying there about how do you split up the time now. And it was never my focus. Like, I love what I do. I love operating events, running shows. I love putting on shows. Like, that is for me what drives me. Every week I will get to walk out and go, wow, look at what we did. So it was always the focus for me was about that side of it. As things have progressed, the business has got bigger. We have a whole range of sports, as we said. Eddie is obviously busier amongst a whole group of things. We have multiple shows on the same days. I started doing more and more of this, and you get used to it. But the only way you improve is by making mistakes. And I remember the first press conference I did, I was probably 23, 22. My legs, I was sitting at a table like this, my legs were shaking. And but every time he'd ring me afterwards, he'd go, what on earth was that? And you think, I just need a bit of support. But it's one of those things with all the mistakes is only, how you get better at.
Has there ever been a time where you did an interview and he's like, nah, didn't like that answer?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
You said too much.
He doesn't say too much like that. He'll joke. He'll wind me up. He'll say, what on earth were you saying there? What route were you going down with that one? But I'm quite safe in terms of I'm quite the corporate head. I deal every day with the corporate side of our business. He does as well, but that's my day to day. And I don't take as many risks as him. But he's different. It's his business. He's been doing it a lot longer than me. He's much more comfortable saying certain things. I will always stay close to the line, say what I think.
Sure.
I'll never not say what I think, but I won't go too risque with it. And maybe that's what comes over time.
Well, that's why perhaps it was noteworthy Ben Eubank weigh-ins, you're in the mix there, and it was a different side of you.
Yeah,
you got a little heated there with the Eubank team.
He's actually my brother-in-law as well.
Okay, so that's the weird thing about this. We were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
So you're married.
Not married, basically.
You call it
We've been together a long time. Yeah.
7, 8 years. 9 years?
Yeah, coming up to 10 years almost.
With senior's daughter, junior's sister.
Yeah. And
her name, please.
Emily.
Emily. First of all, how did you meet?
At a boxing show when Junior was fighting.
Okay.
I think it was 10 years ago in October or so. He was fighting on our card, a guy called Tony Jetta in Sheffield.
Okay.
And met her there, and then the rest is history.
Has this been awkward at all? Especially as I mean, this saga for the last 3 or so years, you're very much on the other side of the fence, right? Your guy is Connor Ben. She's the daughter. Does this not get awkward?
I try and keep it separate, in truth. The only time it's difficult is these kind of things.
Okay.
But I've never said anything detrimental about Chris.
Right.
I wouldn't do that. It's not my personality. You know, at the end of the day, he's a fighter. He gets in the ring, he fights. He said things about me, and that's something I just have to get on with. I'm not going to respond to it, because I don't think it's the right place to do it, in truth, with the family relations.
Sure.
And even when I did that press conference, Eddie called me up. He called me scumbag number 2. I had I never said anything about Chris. And I was actually going to say that day, these guys don't always get the respect they deserve, both Connor and Chris, because of their fathers, because of where they've come from. And it's like anyone in business, like Eddie with his father. People never quite give the respect, even though he works harder than 99% of people I know, because they look at their fathers and go, you're just there because of them. Don't get me wrong, they all had an opportunity, a helped opportunity to get to that point. But I was actually going to say that day, the respect, they deserve so much respect for being in the position they're in because they've done it themselves as well. And look at what they went on to deliver as well. What a spectacular fight. So I try not to let the politics of boxing get in the way of outside. I'm very 2 different people. I have no, people think I have no ego, I have no care. Like, it's boxing and business, and you walk away, and then it's personal, and you have to try and keep everything.
Do you have
separate.
any kind of relationship with Junior?
Not particularly. Okay. I did at time. I spent Christmases with him. I have done.
So that's why when he called you scumbag number 2, I was like, is this just a work, as they say in the pro wrestling business?
Maybe he'll tell me in a few years that it was. I don't know. But
so you don't talk behind the scenes. Your buddies, that was great. And how does his sister feel about all of this? That's got to be awkward. That you're her partner.
Yeah, she doesn't really get involved in that side.
She doesn't pay attention to it. How can
tries not to, and I try not to as well outside because you have to keep it separate. And she's not in that world. She's not in the media. Like, she has no interest.
She doesn't work in boxing.
No. And she has no interest in all of this world.
Yeah.
Like, I do this as part of my job. Krista, she's not interested. Okay. So we try and keep it as separate as we can.
What about you and Senior?
Yeah, we've had, good. I get on with Senior. He's an amazing character, and I think more fighters can learn from what he's done in the sport and what he's created because he's unlike anyone else. And I've known him longer, obviously, because of my work in boxing, probably 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
And to see, I always look back at when you think about what he did in his career pre-social media. Could you imagine how big he'd be if social media was around, like as a character?
Oh my God. Still an incredible character, and has had this explosion as well. So going back to that moment, why were you so fired up?
What, at the press conference?
No, the one on the weigh-in day.
Oh, the weigh-in?
Yeah.
No, I'm very relaxed. I just react. I think I'm quite sarcastic.
Yeah.
I'm quite dry, and I think it riles people up, and I just have a laugh with things. And the guy in question said some things about me, and I was just like, I wasn't going to fight it. I've never had a fight in my life. I'm not trying to fight anyone. I was just like, come outside, let's have a conversation about it. I think he would have rather, thrown a right hand. And
sometimes when people say that, it implies let's fight.
Yeah, come outside.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe most people.
Yeah, but
not for me.
Not you.
I just wanted to have a chat.
Did you see that Junior got fined $10,000?
Yeah, I actually, someone asked me about it earlier. I thought, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, if you're questioning what he did, deal with that. If your problem is that he used social media, it doesn't really make much sense.
It's either he used this on or he didn't. They're saying for improper use of social media.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too much.
It's the smallest fine he's had to date.
Right.
He had 100,000 before that, so I thought the 10,000 was one to get away with. But I don't understand it. We don't represent Chris Eubank Jr. Sure. It's not our role. But yeah, it didn't make much sense to me.
The rematch is set though.
September 20, yeah.
But no location announced.
No, working through that now. So
has a broadcaster been announced?
Not yet. No,
Okay.
The rematch was signed, so it was always a 2-fight deal.
Yep.
It was always a 2-fight.
So it'd be
deal.
the same terms.
Yes.
Same weight.
Yeah.
Rehydration clause.
Everything
Everything.
the same.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was announced last week. And
Yep.
further details. Look, it's not long away. I think it's 12 weeks away.
Sure.
So
When will the venue be announced?
Hopefully in the next, next week or so. We've got meetings out here that are taking place, to plan everything. So yeah,
It
hopefully
would have to either be Hotspur Stadium or Wembley, right?
it would be amazing. Yeah. I mean, look, it was a massive event. There was, again, you talk about like Katie Taylor events and shows. That night just had everything because of the build up and then the fight, and you can talk up a fight as much as you want. Sometimes you can make a fight and say, this is going to be the best thing ever. And it's live sport. It doesn't deliver. That fight literally had
incredible.
everything. And this will be no different.
It was a movie. It was literally a movie.
Yeah.
The
And
way
it'll
it
be
all
talked
played
about
out
for years.
Yeah.
It's a fight that's been built up for 30 odd years. And they did everything asked of them and more. And the one thing I would say, I don't think those guys in any other fight would have done what they did that night.
Right.
It wasn't human what either of them did. What a spectacular night. And in a sport where sometimes fighters now coming under fire for not delivering, that was definitely not that.
Speaking of stadiums, from your perspective, how close have you gone to Croke Park with Katie? That to me is like the last thing left, if there is anything left.
Yeah, we had a lot of meetings with Croke Park. It was very expensive, and at the end of the day, we're trying to run.
It's like more expensive than MSG.
Yeah, I mean,
MSG is insane.
Dublin to run an event is possibly one of the most expensive places in the world.
Is it because of security?
No, not just that. Hotels, like everything around Dublin, and I don't know why. Is more expensive. We've done shows all around the world, obviously, at the biggest stadiums around the world. Croke Park was like something I've never seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it almost unreasonable?
We came under fire. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, but they will say other people pay for that. Boxing's very different. When you're in a venue for one night, it's very hard to make it work. When you go to these venues with concerts and you're doing 3-4 nights and you're selling tickets and the costs are already there, it's very different. Boxing is you're in and out in a space of 6 hours and you're done, and then you tear it all back down. So it's very hard to make those numbers stack up, is the reality.
So do you think that dream is dead?
Look, I'd always love to say there was
not in the
chance.
works. There's no,
but it's very unlikely.
Do you think there is a chance Friday's her last fight?
I think, and this is like a discussion, not bringing up, but AJ as well, when people talk about AJ, it's whenever they feel like they've had enough. She deserves to do whatever she wants. If she would have retired after the last Serrano fight, she's done everything in the sport. She's a trailblazer in the sport. Who would have said she would have done to go on to do what she's done? I think she still has a passion for it. She still loves the sport. It's what drives her every day. All she does is train. She's been a professional her whole career. She's never taken, she's never gone the wrong direction. Everything she's done has been to the T by the book. And if she wants to carry on for another 5 years, she'll carry on for another 5 years, and she deserves that. So, it's for everyone can have opinions. And I've said before, I've got a lot of I work with a lot of fighters that become friends as well. Derek Chisora being a great example, someone we don't promote. I said to him 2 years ago, he should retire. Look, he's about to fight for a world title.
Yeah.
So what do I know?
I mean, you do know a lot, but yes, the fight game is a little bit funky in that regard. And actually, she told me on Monday, there's a lot of things. We did the face-to-face, and she was like, 136 they demanded that I walk out first, all these things that I've had to give up to do this fight, and she wouldn't do the same. She wouldn't do the same if the shoe was on the other foot. She wouldn't do the same. She wouldn't give me the third fight if she was up 2-0, all that. Was it difficult at all in the road to making this fight? Because typically, I mean, she is the undisputed champion.
Yeah.
The fact that she's walking out first is a little atypical, right?
Yeah, but it just shows, it goes back to the point of ego in this sport.
Yeah.
And if you take away ego, things can get done. And Katie Taylor is someone who doesn't have an ego. Katie Taylor, with all the success, is someone who has never changed. You go into a changing room, there's still the same people in that changing room today as there were when the journey started.
Yeah.
And you don't see that. I'm sure, like in all the sport, you just don't see people do that. And I think sometimes when you step away and you go, do you know what, who cares about all these things? We've made so many fights in the past where I've said to fighters, no one's ever remembered who walked second in a fight that they won. No one ever goes, oh, do you remember he walked?
That's a good point.
Who cares?
Yeah.
But we're in a sport dominated by ego. And if you can step away from that and you can make rational decisions and go, again, who cares? Does it work for me? Yes, happy days.
Yeah, you're still getting paid the same.
Exactly.
Speaking of AJ, you've known him for quite some time, signed him after the 2012 Olympic Games. I saw this photo of a very young Frank Smith with Anthony Johnson. I mean, I wonder, Anthony Joshua, I should say, Johnson's an MMA fighter. How old are you in this picture?
That has got to be about 23, 24. And AJ is one of those people, we've worked with him since his professional debut in 2013. I took him for his medicals.
Wow.
I took him to Specsavers and told people he was an NBA basketball
That's
player.
Incredible. This is after he wins Olympic gold.
After he won Olympic gold, yeah. And he's just been the best player. We work with so many fighters and you meet so many people. And the best normally are the ones who are the best at it. Like the people who get to the pinnacle.
Yeah.
The people who are just like, they're good, great to deal with.
Yes.
AJ is exactly that. It's always been, you do what you do. He's never he's had opportunities to go and do other things and he's never looked elsewhere. And it's worked. And that loyalty goes both ways. And I would do anything for Anthony Joshua. He's more like a friend than a client. And that's the same with fighters. Darren Barker, someone we worked with for years. When you build those bonds and those relationships with people, you'd literally do anything for them. And in this sport, you need that.
It feels like in the Eddie Frank era where you guys really took that next step, especially with DAZN and coming to America, it was AJ and Kody, and you couldn't have picked two better people, two more loyal people, two people who haven't really been involved in scandals or embarrassed you or the company or the countries that they represent, right? Like I think
100%.
Those two, in terms of like founding fathers, for lack of a better term, have been instrumental in your success. We are obviously approaching the end for the two of them, and you always have to have the new ones. I saw you bring out Leo Tang, Frank Bruno, AJ. That was very nice that you guys did the sort of passing of the torch. But how, we don't own, what do we have? 2 more left with AJ? 3 more max?
Yeah.
Who knows? I was disappointed. Tyson came back. He comes out, and I knew he was always coming out, but he's talking about this Usyk fight. I don't want to see the Usyk fight. There's only one fight. Why?
I think it's all part of the game.
So you don't even believe that date that he threw out, the April 26th?
I did text Spencer and ask him for 6 ringside tickets to hold for me, but it's part and parcel of it.
Yeah.
That is what Tyson's an expert at. How long? Look, he's retired a few times and come back.
Yeah.
It's part of the game. I think everyone wants to see that Anthony Joshua fight. I think, Usyk won those 2 fights. He deserved to win those 2 fights. They're brilliant fights. They both deserve a huge amount of credit. But AJ against Fury is the fight we want to see. And I believe it will happen. But
you do?
Yeah, I believe.
26?
Yeah, but we talk too much about things, don't we?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's better in silence rather than just keep going on about things that never materialize. Let it happen in silence. But Tyson's brilliant at what he does, isn't he? He's a great talker.
He is, but sometimes it gets a little bit tiresome. I'm in, I'm out. Yeah. Especially when you don't believe it. It's like, all right, when are we getting the announcement that you're back? On the day that he announces his retirement, we're wondering when's the other announcement coming, because it gets a little bit.
He's had a few, hasn't he?
Yes,
he's had a few,
and there's just one left, I think, for both of them. Like, of course, AJ versus I don't know, AJ versus Moses Satama would be fun one day. Yeah. It's not going to happen. I know it won't happen, but I'm just saying there's literally one left for the two of them. Just give us what we want, and by the way, they'll make a pretty penny.
Yeah. I've said before that I still love the Deontay Wilder fight.
Yeah.
That in terms of, we're in a business of narrative, aren't we? You can put on the best fight. You can work with the best fighters in the world who don't have a character or personality matching other people that will never generate the eyeballs and nights that we've seen from other fighters. And, we want to sell fights, and narrative is key to that. AJ against Wilder is a fight that's been spoken about for many years. I think that's a huge fight. AJ Fury, a huge fight. All of these fights are there to be made. I believe we'll see them, but this is the most important decision of AJ's career, this next step.
Okay.
And about being, because it's really the last move, whether he fights for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more fights, and only he will be the one to determine when he's ready to do that. This move right now is the key to that, and he had the injury after the Dubois fight. He wasn't going to be ready. And it was about just taking the time and putting yourself in a position to be ready to go and give yourself the best chance at this point of his career.
We probably don't see him this year, right?
I think we do. Latter
really?
part of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we do. When you talk about Fury as well, that's a stadium fight.
Yeah.
That needs to be April, May.
Right.
I think there's a chance you see Anthony Joshua this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter, November, December.
Yeah.
Who's he fighting?
Not Jake Paul.
Not Jake Paul. No, is that not a real thing?
No, I saw it yesterday. He said it's happening. He said it's going to happen.
They've talked. I've seen the screen grabs.
He said it's going to happen.
Have you been involved in these discussions?
Not
I would
the screen
imagine.
grabs. No, the DMs. The DMs. No. Look, a lot of people will laugh at it. You know, I think if I was Anthony Joshua and I got an opportunity to fight a guy that was a Disney star a few years back.
Yeah. A few years back. No longer.
No longer. But by the way, I don't discredit what he's, he puts the work and the effort in. But fighting Anthony Joshua is very different to fighting a 60-odd-year-old Mike Tyson.
Sure.
Let's be completely realistic about it. So,
but are these talks real? Or is it him just sort of trying to put it out there?
I think he's a tremendous marketeer, isn't he?
He was this close to getting the Canelo fight.
But that is what he does. He's and again, if you're a fighter and someone says you can get paid this to fight someone who's really good, or you can, and no disrespect again to him, but he's not at the level of these guys. He's not Canelo. He's not Anthony Joshua.
Sure.
Or you can get paid this to fight this guy who's had.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's sort of like the Ngannou fight too.
Yeah, but it's about marketing, isn't it? And that's what he does well.
Okay, but you've sort of danced around. Have there been any talks?
I think as much as the screen grabs as you've seen.
Okay,
but
as
whether
far
that's
as like
real or not,
the Nikisas, the Franks, the Eddies,
no,
you guys haven't sat down and talked about it.
But again, in boxing, you write so. Who would have said Jake Paul would have fought Mike Tyson? Let's be honest. Right. You can write so many things off.
Right.
It's a mad business.
Okay, so just curious, from the T-boy to the intern, all that stuff, to CEO, how many like steps is that?
It was about 3 years. So I was a T-boy, then I was ticketing. I worked in ticketing for our boxing business. Then I was an event assistant, then I was head of events. And I think I've been CEO for 5 years now, 6 years. When we launched in the US, I think around that period, I can't even remember it. This business goes so quickly.
I think that was like
this was 2017 or something with Danny Jacobs. It was probably 4 or 5 roles to get to that point. And I think I've worked with so many senior people over the years that get put in a position that haven't had the experience in order to go into that position. I can sit and talk to everyone who works in our team. We've got 40, 50 people, and sit and understand what they're doing. I'm not saying I'm an expert at it, but I've been there because I've worked. I tried writing press releases. I wasn't very good at it, but I gave it a go. And I can sit and understand it all and sit with people. And I think for so many people in senior positions, they don't understand the business, and I've worked through that. So yeah, it's been an amazing journey. And I think we're so lucky to be in a business where every night you walk out and you look around and you go, either you go, this is great, or you go, this isn't good enough.
Right.
Because again, it's about being able to constructively improve stuff and go, do you know what, this can be better. And that's the joy I get every weekend, because I've been doing it so long now. We do close to 40 events a year, probably done 300 odd events.
And are you just focused on the boxing? Because I know Eddie has his hands in the other businesses. Are you just boxing?
Yeah, I sit on the board of our group company that, is the darts, snooker, 9-ball and boxing. But that's, a few board meetings. I go to some events of the other events to see how they're doing with things. Great businesses, darts, snooker, 9-ball. But my focus day in, day out is boxing.
In the early days, when you were CEO, but let's say 3-4 years ago, did you find that some of the older guard weren't taking you serious because of your age?
Yeah, I probably found that when I was about 24, 25, that people would go, all right, yeah, I'll talk to Eddie. And I think only over time, once you show you can deal with things with experience, and people start to respect you and go, actually, he knows what he's talking about.
Okay.
And that just takes time. And once you get into a position, it becomes a lot easier. But because I built relationships over the years, when we made Anthony Joshua against Joseph Parker, that was 2017, I think, 2018. And I remember sitting in an office with David Higgins with his vest on. He took his shirt off because he was hot. And it was like sitting with him and Eddie. And, when you start to build these relationships and you start to work through it, people start to respect and go, actually, on the outside, everyone looks at Eddie because he's the face and he's amazing for our business. But there's a lot of work that goes on in the background. So yeah, it's over time, it's got a lot easier.
I have heard actually a word on the street that you crack the whip, someone was making a joke about in terms of expenses and hotel and stuff like you don't want to mess with Frank. Frank, you're not a freewheeling big spender.
I'm the accountant.
Yeah.
Look, I came from the school of Barry, Eddie's father, was the youngest ever chartered accountant in the UK, and I grew up. Basically, Eddie's like an older brother to me. You know, I spent more time with Eddie than I have anyone else. You know, like it's like family.
Yeah, yeah.
So I grew up with Barry's mentality and everything's numbers. And that's why we're a perfect mix, because Eddie is the passion of boxing. And he has a go at me. He's like, you don't care about this. And I'm just literally a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Like a walking, talking spreadsheet. And he's like, I want to do more fights. I was like, no, we can't do more fights because of this. So it's a good balance. You know, it's a great balance. And I think every business, like we said earlier, needs that balance of people. But yeah, I'm fair, but I'm strict.
Fair enough.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Have you ever been close to leaving?
No, never.
Not being recruited or said, I'm tired of this?
I wouldn't. Look, I don't want to work in boxing forever. I'll be honest with you. It's a terrible business because of the people involved in the sport. You know, like I don't want to be around some of these people. I'll stomach it, and I don't make rash decisions because I don't like someone or I don't agree. I'll make decisions that make sense for the business and the fighters we represent. But leaving, never. Because they gave me an opportunity, and everything that Barry, Eddie said they've done for me. And I get to really direct something in a direction. Like, as much as Eddie is, again, go back to the face, I get to direct it, the decisions we make every day. And they let me really run along with it. You know, Eddie makes a joke that we just wheel him out in a wheelchair and say, you know, go and sell the fight. And then it's like, right, in the background, I love just making things happen. And I've been given that opportunity. And you know, to do that, you know, we're the biggest boxing promoter globally. We're the only people who promote shows week in, week out around the world. And to be able to do that and to have built that from 14 years ago or, you know, 12, 14 years ago, it's amazing to be a part of. And I think the day I don't have the drive that I have now, I'll go, let someone else do it. But I have the drive, like I say, of every night walking out and looking around and going, wow, you know, this is great.
And it's impressive drive. I've seen like maybe the end of the year you've said like I've been in hotels this many nights. Like what are you averaging? Like last year?
300 nights in hotels.
300 nights?
Yeah. So I'll go home for a night. You know, I went home for a night. I go away for another 2 weeks. I go home for a night or two.
Gosh, that doesn't wear on you.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. That's the part I will in time look to bring that because you can't do it.
Yeah.
But it's not just events. It's like on Monday I was in Monaco meeting the government about our event there. Flew from Monaco.
Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then flew here. And then before that I was in Manchester for 5 days. And then before, you know, it's just like it never ends. And people look at it, you know, from the outside, people go, wow, that's amazing. And it is amazing. I would never complain about it. But it's not sustainable. You know, it's not a sustainable.
How much longer can you do that? Realistically?
You know, 4 or 5 years maybe.
Okay.
I just don't think as 100 flights a year.
100.
And I'm not the healthiest guy. You know, I try and run, but I'm not really. You know, I like my food.
Are you on pace? Are you on pace to do that again this year?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's literally, we are like a traveling circus. You finish an event, you get back on the Monday, you're back working, then you're working through, and then you go to another event, and it's just, you know, back to back to back.
When does the Netflix series come out?
September.
So I would imagine we're going to see a lot of that.
Yeah.
You're in it.
Yes, yeah. It's across our whole group.
Are you worried about it?
No.
Are there things that you're worried about?
No. It was an amazing experience. I mean, having watched, you know, the Drive to Survive's obviously Box to Box produced this. To be a part of it was amazing. And I think in years to come, we'll look back on and go, wow, what about that time? It was a bit to get used to because you'd be having a conversation like this and a boom mic would come in and people would be like, what are you doing? But it was something I pushed very hard for.
Okay.
And there was certain people in our business that we got a great business. We got a very successful business that's been successful for a number of years. And it was like, do we really need this? But I looked at what it did for Formula One. And I'm not saying it was the sole factor, but I do think it was a huge factor in what has been
Especially
created.
here in America.
Yeah. And I look at it for our business. We're a business full of characters. And people buy into that these days. You know, as much as we want to build the fighters, and that's the focus for us. We also, if we can build our business at the same time and build storylines around that, and it grows the sports we're involved in, then that's beneficial for everyone.
By the way, new game in town, Zuffa Boxing.
Yep.
How do you feel about them?
I think it's great for the sport. I think any new entrants...
They're trying to ruffle the feathers, though, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to reinvent the game.
Yeah, but to see, look, what they've done with the UFC is spectacular.
Yeah.
I think it was different times in a different sport which didn't have the history and heritage that boxing has of hundreds of years of being this sexy sport. You know, boxing has had so many storylines, so many promoters over the years, and UFC, they came in, they brought everything together. And yeah, it's unbelievable what they've done. I don't think you can do that now in boxing. I think there will always be, it will coexist, is my view. But I do
be the same model though, right?
No, not as the UFC, but I look at boxing as well, and I think things need to change in boxing. You know, in this fast-paced world we're in, of people who need to be entertained within a minute. You know, like we sit and watch reels, we sit and watch TikToks. If they don't interest us within 10 seconds, we're on to the next thing. It's the same with sport. And it's the same with the younger audience coming through. They want to be entertained immediately. Like this thing we talk about fights and the boxing start, you know, people 6-8 rounds in and it's dull and it's like that. For me, I'm not, again, a major boxing fan. And I know that may sound crazy, but I look at the product and go, things can change. And I think shorter formats can work in boxing. More engaging formats can work in boxing. Selling narrative. And, you know, sometimes it's about two people being on a similar level. You know, you can be the best fighter in the world, but if you don't have a storyline and you don't sell yourself, you know, I look at Andre Ward, a perfect example of that. How good was Andre Ward? But when he was active fighting, he didn't really do any media. He wasn't as big as he probably deserved to be with his skill. He's just one example of a fighter. But yeah, look, Zuffa Boxing, I think is brilliant. I think anything that brings money into the sport, investment into the sport, you know, it's great.
When's the DAZN deal up?
Next year, but we're working on through that now. Yeah,
so end of 26.
Yeah, it was a 5-year deal.
Okay, yeah. Are we going to go out and?
We're in a great place. Look, we made the move to DAZN at a time where people looked at us and said, "What, you know, what are they doing?" At that point, we believed in the DAZN platform, and look at where we are now. Look, they've got a Club World Cup with FIFA, with the final on Sunday. They're the major home of boxing. Every major event Saturday night, Ring 3 on DAZN. You know, we believed in where DAZN would be, and it wasn't that we thought at that point they were where they were going to be. They were investing heavily into sports, but we knew the direction it was going in. So, you know, for us, we're big believers in DAZN. They backed us as well. They backed us, you know, in the US when we launched in the US. So, you know, we're working through all that now, but we've got a great partnership with them.
Is this Shakur's last fight with Matchroom?
Yeah, but we've got a great relationship with him, you know.
I think you will...
I hope so. I think where Eddie's been very good as well, you know, with Shakur. Another one was Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Bringing out fighters' personalities.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Shakur naturally...
going great.
Yeah, but I think Shakur naturally is getting better at that. You know, he's a great talker. But the same with Terence. You know, when Eddie would spend time around him, when we had that LA show as well, when Madrimov fought him, the personality, and that's our job as promoters. And I think sometimes that's lost amongst a lot of promoters. You know, and that's what we need to focus on. But, you know, with Shakur, there's big fights to be made. And I think with the relationship we have, there's much more we can do together.
Okay, so the next one for him is obviously this Saturday, Louis Armstrong Stadium. Kody on Friday. A lot to be excited about. You just signed Molly McCann as well.
Yeah.
Former UFC fighter.
Yeah, brilliant. You know, I've known Molly for a few years, not too closely, but having now spent a bit more time with her, she's brilliant. You know, she gets behind things, and that's obviously why she's still got the relationship with UFC as well. And she's a great character, and people are interested in her. And, you know, I think she's going to have a great story in boxing, and excited to get that started.
Lovely stuff. Thank you, Frank. Congrats on all your success. This was great. Our first official chat.
Yes.
Big one. We don't need Eddie anymore.
No. I mean, he's much better at this than me.
No, he's, you know...
he's got better hair.
He's obviously a presence.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this very much.
Thank you for having
me. Great and wonderful to see your success, honestly, for you personally and for the entire company. So keep it up. Thank you so much. There he is, Mr. Frank Smith, CEO of Matchroom Boxing. We will take a quick break, and then we'll bring in the president of the Anthem Sports Group, the Fight Network, Invicta FC, and of course, TNA Wrestling. It's a business kind of day here on the program. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back with Carlos Silva.
Oh, all right. Our actual boy, though. Shout out CM Punk.
Yeah, CM. He goes hard with the fucking Annie on it. It's just gonna stick up too high, though. Oh, what the fuck? I thought there was a mirror right there. Yeah, sure get that. Oh, yeah, this is so.
Now say, hey, Meta, start recording.
Hey, Meta, start recording. And now it's video recording?
It's supposed to be.
I'm recording you recording me.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's a fucking squad.
Here we go.
Hey man, Ash. You were sort of like in a higher.
Oh, that's my lounge room.
That's your lounge room.
Yeah. Yes, that's just your
den.
Get a couple of patties on there. Can I fit a couple of patties on there though?
Oh yeah.
Hey, Tim, Volk.
Be generous with the.
Volk and Tim, we got a question from the crowd.
Oh yes, yeah. Go over there. I'll start us.
Yeah, we took a train 4 hours all the way up to Keighley, where we did Aspenville, and my wife was like, I can't believe you guys fucking did that. I was like, hey, what's up?
Yo, Connor.
How you doing?
Good, you?
You're doing awesome, man. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, no worries.
There you go, buddy. Have a good day. You too, buddy.
It depends on the time. Yesterday we got kind of wild, like later as the day went.
Who was walking through?
DJ at the door. Israel. He's also like
He's tall, you know, he's
The one and only Tom Aspinall. Well, let's say hello to our guest here. Hello, friends. How are you? Please, don't be shy. Oh, let's hug. How are you, Destiny?
It's warm in here.
How are you? We like it warm in here. Please have a seat. Have a seat.
Oh, you're fine. What I'm gonna do is, you know, we're gonna do a mighty cast with the wife when I get home.
Yeah.
We're gonna plan it, and then we're just gonna vibe out.
Yeah, no, it was really
I've never had a doggy.
Ian's made friends with
I would like a doggy.
Dog
maybe when I leave, you can come home with me.
From a future legend to a former legend.
How are you, buddy? I'm good.
How are you? Should I grab the chair? Thank you so much for coming. Good to see you. It's been a long time. You're good, Jake.
And when these people all sit around you,
I'm assuming he
and
means
they
after
give you
me.
that
Yeah, right now.
vibration, and they sit there and they pray for you, and they put hands on you, and they pass on their energy.
Most successful and decorated heavyweight champion in the history of combat sports. Keep it coming, keep it coming. How are you, my friend? Please. Good, I'm good. Have a seat, have a seat. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. Welcome.
I've got a German Shepherd. Oh yeah? Yeah. How big?
A little bit bigger. Is she a girl?
Yeah,
a little bit bigger than she is.
Female, but just when she gets down.
Yeah, same with mine. He's really relaxed, but then as soon as you give him the command, that's it.
It's go time.
Do have it, Charlie. Message me whatever he needs, and I'll take care of it.
They got pops fitted out too.
Oh, everybody, yeah.
It's good, man. It's big shit. You got billboards in Manchester.
Yeah. I think Vegas.
Yeah. We saw a few.
If you could go in there and when he asks how things are going, if one of you
just
just
act
says,
hurried,
I mean, I've just been buzzing all day, man. Like, no.
Yeah. There we go.
Back tomorrow. Different time, different place. Was that too loud for the poker guys? I'm sorry. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
I got to tell you, it is toasty in here. Someone commented on the behind the scenes video and said Ariel keeps saying we like it toasty in here, but I'm literally the only one who likes it toasty. It might be actually too toasty now. I might have gone overboard. It's probably a good 77, 78 at this
Petesy
point.
in the control room with us saying it's unbearably hot in there.
Is it too hot?
He says, yeah.
I'm sweating, but I like to sweat. Anyway, that was a great chat with Frank Smith. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Brilliant guy, impressive young man, just 32, doing massive, massive things. So let's keep this theme rolling along here. I'm enjoying it very much. We will have, in a matter of seconds, the former CEO of World Series of Fighting and the Professional Fighters League from 2015 to 2019. Also worked as the CEO and commissioner of World Team Tennis. This man has been all over the sports media landscape, but these days he is the president of Anthem Sports Group to be exact, Invicta FC, the Fight Network, and TNA Wrestling. And if you are a TNA/NXT fan, you will see him quite often in the front row at some of these events where the TNA and NXT wrestlers are being shared, and there's kind of a running storyline between the two of them. So it's a fascinating chat between someone who has been very much involved in the world of MMA and now very much involved in the world of MMA and combat sports once again, but also pro wrestling. There aren't a lot of these out there. So let us say hello now to our old pal Carlos Silva, who I have not talked to in quite some time, but great to have in studio. There he is. Carlos.
Ariel.
You're back.
Nice to see you. I'm
It's
back.
great to see you again.
Great to see
Thank you so much.
How's
Please have a seat. Everything is great. I love the hat. You're always rocking the TNA hat.
Trying, man. I'm trying.
I didn't think...
Good to be back here.
It's great to be back, yes, because I said there's not a lot of people who have been in the MMA space and then reemerge in this type of space. Get closer to the microphone if you don't mind.
Here.
Yeah,
Good, good.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
perfect. But now here you are, very much back in the world of combat sports. You left in 2019, right?
Correct.
You were CEO of World Series of Fighting / PFL,
That's right.
2015 to 2019.
That's
Did
right.
the tennis thing. You were doing sports media stuff, and now back with Anthem, TNA, Invicta, Fight Network. This is a crazy journey.
Yeah, we were saying the same thing coming in here. I can't believe I'm back.
Yeah.
Back with Ariel. And I was trying to think the last time I was on the show, but I think it was right around when we did the big NBC show with World Series of Fighting at the Garden.
Yes.
And it was...
Was that Nick Newell and Justin Gaethje, perhaps?
Justin was the last, great last fight, Justin. Then Justin went on to do what he's done at the UFC, which is awesome.
So how did this all come about? Because sometimes when you leave combat and you go down the more traditional sports path, you don't come back. You don't want to come back. And so here you are with this massive opportunity, Anthem Sports. I've known them for quite some time. Canadian guys, the Fight Network, they've been a staple. So how did this all come about for you?
That's really how it started. I mean, if you go back in time to World Series of Fighting, Fight Network was our distributor in Canada.
Okay.
And so we distributed. They were great partners. Got to know Len Asper and the team a little bit over the years, continued working with them even into the PFL days. And I got a call. I got a call from a friend, a buddy of mine, Rick Alessandri, who you may know. Rick ran X Games and now is in the recruiting business and was at ESPN for years. And Rick said, Len and the team are looking for a new president. I knew Anthem Sports well because of the properties. I obviously knew Invicta a little bit from back in the day and Shannon and what she was doing. And I felt like so many, almost going back to the World Series of Fighting, there was this groundswell around pro wrestling too. I think we're in this interesting moment in time. Feels a little, heyday-like again because of all the great things that are happening with WWE and AEW. And so I jumped in. It was a process. We talked about it. We talked through how to do it. And then I joined in sort of end of December, really January, because it was the holidays, and jumped in and have, spent the last 6 months reworking some things and rebuilding, and so far so good.
Do you live in Canada?
I don't. I live in outside of Washington, D.C.
Right. That's not required for you to live, because I know
No,
they're
I
based
mean,
out
I'm up
there.
in Toronto from time to time, but, right now the team is, in the world we live in, the team is in I've got some staff here in New York City, sales and marketing. I've got an executive producer in Cleveland. There's people, our team in Nashville, Tennessee from the original TNA team is down there, Eric Tompkins and the team. So we're down there and we have our studios down there and produce our shows. So we're everywhere. And we're obviously traveling almost every weekend.
So you're quite visible at a lot of these events. Is TNA taking up most of your time these days, or is it just because we're seeing you, but there's other stuff happening behind the scenes?
Under the sort of the Anthem Sports portfolio is TNA, Invicta Fighting, and then Fight Network, as well as Game Plus. And maybe from being a good Canadian, Game Plus is a variety sports network mostly in Canada.
Yes.
And I would probably say TNA does take the most time. I think it's a really important asset to Anthem Sports. But every day, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we've got our staff calls that have all of the teams on, and we're working through each of the business units to try and optimize each of them.
So I know you're relatively new, like you said, January or so, but the resurrection, if you will, or the resurgence of TNA has been an amazing story to watch, because there was a period. I mean, I go back 2002, 2003, the beginning of TNA, they would have these Wednesday night pay-per-views. They didn't have a TV deal. This was Jerry Jarrett and Jeff Jarrett, and the pay-per-views were available for $9.99. I'm a kid in college, nothing to do on a Wednesday night, and so I was ordering these on a weekly basis. Events in Huntsville, Alabama, and the fairgrounds in Nashville and whatnot. And so to see this company go from that, the Spike days, and then like a little bit of a downturn, and now all of a sudden this, from your perspective, what has changed? What's the difference? Because honestly, it felt like they weren't quite 6 feet under, but maybe like 2 feet under at one point. And now all of a sudden, there's been a massive shift.
Definitely there's been some ups and downs. Anthem bought the property in 19.
Okay.
And I think there's been some ups and downs there. I think we've really kind of looked at sports and entertainment as a property and not just as a wrestling promotion. And in the world that we live in now, and maybe with the 25 years of experience that a lot of us have and the team that we brought together has, we're trying to bring all those things together to increase every little piece of TNA. It's not just about having great wrestlers. It's also about having great venues. It's also about making sure the fans can get it. It's selling merchandise. It's bringing sponsors in, and it's getting the right distribution deal. And it's how do you take all of those things from all of the different properties I've been in now in a little bit, the years keep going up, Ariel, but it's okay. And how do you do that to create this engine that keeps building it? And I think we've built it from January to February. Every 30 days, we've gotten something that has continued to build the story. And we've always been building towards this UBS event, Slammiversary. We're so thankful to, with John Ledecky and the team that we're going to such a, beautiful arena. And we've been sort of targeting it over these 6 months to build it. And I think the build has been, one step at a time, but always up a couple of steps. And we've been pretty lucky that I don't think we've gotten, haven't had to go down a step to go up a step. We kept building. And then I think on top of it too, I think the WWE NXT partnership has been spectacular, really starting at Royal Rumble, continuing at WrestleMania. I mean, when you saw Joe Hendry run into WrestleMania, I was there. I mean, it was amazing moment for TNA, and it was, great partnership, really make that happen from the WWE and NXT side. And then it's continued to build, and the storylines and the way that we're crossing over. You're seeing our wrestlers on CW on Tuesday nights on NXT shows almost every week. And they continue to support us. We continue to support them. And I think it's just built the brand and the property up, and I think it'll continue.
So yes, July 20th, Long Island, UBS Arena, Slammiversary, sort of like your WrestleMania, if you will, big yearly show for the company. We had the Hardy Boys in a couple of weeks ago, which was tremendous, absolute legends. They're going to be a big part of it, Joe Hendry as well. And I'm happy that you brought the WWE relationship up, because I would agree. I mean, the spotlight that they put on TNA, mentioning the TNA brand, the title, having one of their guys become TNA champion, Trick William, is huge for the company. I asked Matt Hardy about the relationship, and I appreciated his candor. I said, why do you think this is happening? And he said, quite frankly, it's because they want to try to, put down AEW. And so it's to their benefit, WWE's benefit, to be in business with you. Do you agree with his assessment? And it's benefiting you, but do you agree with why this is happening?
Look, I think that, and this kind of goes back to even the early days when we were in MMA. There's a major league of wrestling, and we know who the players are. Obviously, WWE with NXT are the NFL of the space. AEW has done a great job over the last 6-8 years building up. They've gotten a great distribution deal, but TNA is part of the major leagues too, and so. Look, we've been in partnership with AEW well before I showed up as well, and now we're partners with WWE. If they really want to do it against AEW, not really how I see it. I just think that we've built such a great partnership together that I think they see the value in not only building up stars like a Joe Hendry that came up through TNA, but also letting the Hardys and Nick and others find another place to continue to celebrate their greatness. And they have now also crossed back over into WWE and NXT as well over these last couple of months. So I think that combination is why we're all working so well together.
Were you a part of doing that deal, or was that before you got there?
So the deal was really constructed before I showed up. And then as I showed up, I really helped to get it over the line, to get it signed and really get it going.
Was that with Nick Khan or with someone else?
That was
and
with
Paul
Nick.
Levesque?
Yeah.
And how would you describe the relationship now, a few months in?
I think the relationship over the last 60, 90 days is just grown. I knew Nick a little bit going back to his CAA days. He actually helped me with the first PFL deal with ESPN before I left.
Right, when he was working in the rights business.
Yeah, so I knew Nick, well then. He's been great. Paul has been very supportive at all levels, and you saw all the things that Paul said about Joe at WrestleMania, which was great and very supportive, and really you could see his thinking about growing this brand in Joe Henry. So that's been great. And then Shawn Michaels and Johnny down at NXT have been great on the creative side, and we've been doing a lot with them, and they're super supportive too. So far so good. I don't really have any complaints about how it's been going.
Are you ever worried that some of your guys would say like, oh, it's quite nice over here, and then like if I play for the Knicks, I'm not really having a cup of coffee with the Lakers. You know what I mean? So is there ever a concern that they'll see something on that side of the fence when, if there wasn't a relationship, they wouldn't see it, and thus you might lose them?
Of course, yeah. But I think you have to take the goods with that and understand how it helps to continue to build TNA. I mean, as I've been doing this in and around the sports and entertainment business for a long time, I've always created strong partnerships that will help you. I've never really been I don't lead by trying to attack or create divisive ways to get there. I think if you partner with people, you can continue to grow and all boats will rise to the tide. In our case, we are the smaller boat. It's okay to say it. And so we do rise. And being, the other night I was telling my team, if you didn't see it, but Joe led the show with Trick on CW 2 weekends ago, and they put out that 750,000 people watched on CW. It was a great number. And it's a proud moment for us too, because our TNA talent led the opening of that show and helps those numbers. So I think it's good for everybody. So no, it's been great so far.
Okay, so I'll be 100% honest. Raw, Netflix, 8 p.m. Mondays. SmackDown, USA, Friday, 8 p.m. I know that AEW Dynamite is on Wednesdays. All these are live. I know they have Rampage on Friday. When does TNA air and where?
TNA Impact is on Access TV. Access TV is also an Anthem sports and entertainment property, and it's on from 8 to 10 Eastern Time every Thursday night.
Is it live?
It is live sometimes.
Sometimes. So you tape others?
Correct. So we will go to weekends. We'll go to loops, and those loops might have a live hit on a Thursday night. And then if we're there on a Friday night, the Friday night show might have 2 tape shows that would show the next Thursday and the following Thursday. And
the venues where the shows are taped, is it always the same venue or is it in different venues?
No, we right now we're a traveling event business, and we're at UBS Arena on July 20th. We're going to be in Baltimore. We're going to be in Minneapolis. We're going to be in Edmonton. We've been this year, in Atlanta. We were just in Tempe. We were in Vegas. And so we've been going around the country.
Do you think it has to be live every week?
I'd love it to be live every week.
You would, because there was a time where it was live, right?
I'm a live sports guy, Ariel. I mean, when we have our talent meetings and I talk to the talent and I tell them, and guys, we're going to be live tonight, you can see them light up. Like everyone responds to live. I mean, I when I asked if this show was live, I said, great. I don't want it to be a tape show. I want it to be live.
Yes.
It's just, it's the interaction that you get that's different. So we've actually opened up a couple of our tape shows recently to a live look-in on TNA Plus as just a way to also bring a little bit of live flavor as we sort through the ability to do more and more live. I'd like to be live 52 weeks a year, but with that comes some deals and the costs around the operations to do that, and possibly finding a place to be 3 months, 4 months out of the year, so you're not traveling 52 weeks a year, which is difficult.
Of course, and expensive. So let's talk about that, because you said that Access is owned by Anthem. I remember when Access was HDNet, right?
HDNet, correct.
Back in the day, Mark Cuban, and then it was sold. It's obviously not the biggest platform, and I've even heard you say they're not a sports network, so maybe we're not the best fit for them anymore. You said that recently, right? And so because it is owned by Anthem, could you sign with someone tomorrow, or are you are you contractually obligated to be on Access for X amount of time and then can go out and find a new home?
No, along with our partners at Access and Len and Andy Schoen, who runs Access TV, we want to find a bigger platform.
Okay, so are you actively?
TNA.
I know you have CAA representing.
We got CAA helping us. We're actively in the middle.
Okay.
If I could get a few things done, I'd love to tell you about
are you close?
Those deals. And we're close. I mean, we've been working on it We've been working on it since the beginning of the year, really since I joined, and it really has accelerated over the last 60 days. And so we're working through it. But yeah, I'm excited.
How close do you think you are to announcing?
I think we could be in a 60 or 90 day window to get something done. I mean,
amazing.
It's as you know, the media landscape is changing every single day.
Yeah.
And literally week to week, things are changing. I mean, we just saw some other networks that are going to get sold again, this week that are changing hands. So you never know, but it's never done till the I's are dotted, T's are crossed. But yeah, we're working hard at it.
Would that come into play in 25 or 26?
It would come into play at the end of 25.
Okay, and would it possibly mean live 52 weeks? This new deal.
We've been asked by many partners that they'd like it to be live 52 weeks a year, and so we're talking through how we would do that. Maybe it wouldn't go live in January straight away, 52 weeks, but we would certainly lean into that to try and make it happen, yeah.
Still Thursdays?
It could be up for grabs.
Okay. Are you married?
You'd have to look at the crowded.
Sure. You don't want to go on Mondays or
You don't want
Fridays.
to go collisions, and you don't want to start playing that game. And
Thursday seems like a good day for you guys.
Yeah, Thursday's worked out well so far, yeah.
And as far as pay-per-view is concerned, do you still want to stay in the pay-per-view business? Some people are moving away from it, right? So if you do a deal with some network, are you now, like the Peacock deal, for example, where the pay-per-views are now kind of a part of the deal? What do you think? You're smiling, so I don't know. I'm trying to read what the smile is.
I mean, you should be sitting with me in the meetings. I mean, of course, those are the questions that get asked every time. How do we take your live Impact shows 52 weeks a year? How do we take your 4 pay-per-views, Slammiversary being one of them? How do we take the 8 PLEs that we do that are currently on TNA Plus? Many of the folks that we're talking to also have platforms, and they have either USA platforms, in some cases worldwide platforms. They obviously want to suck those kinds of assets into their platform, and we're open to it.
So TNA Plus is sort of like your version of WWE Network from back in the day. It's your own streaming platform.
Correct.
Where there'll be exclusive content, exclusive shows. How is that going?
It's going well. I mean, we just announced it. We have over 21,000 subscribers on TNA Plus.
And how much is it?
There's a couple of different tiers between $5 and $10 a month, depending on the tiers, and there's a yearly subscription as well. And then there's also a tier that if you get the bigger tier, you get the pay-per-views as part of the package. It's gone well, but going it alone can still be tough. And having come from going way back into my AOL days, being in the subscription business is hard, and you have to care and feed, and you do have people buying and leaving, and you've got to work through the marketing dollars to keep it going. So I think all assets are on the table as we look at new partners. And someone actually yesterday asked me the question of, what would happen to TNA Plus if we did this deal and we've got XYZ platform? And the answer is, let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. If it makes sense to move the 21,000 TNA Plus subscribers into a bigger platform, we'd sit and have that conversation.
By the way, did you know that AOL was on this floor in this building?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Was here many years ago.
Yes. Were you working out of this?
No, I was
DC?
based in Dallas, but we would come up here and yeah, I remember these offices.
It's a wild thing because my show started at AOL when it was AOL Fan House, the MMA Hour, way back in the day. And when we came back here and did this deal with Yahoo a year ago with Ryan Spoon and everyone, I was like, 770 Broadway. This address sounds familiar. So I typed it into my Gmail.
Right.
And it went back to 2009 when I was doing the show for AOL on this floor in this building.
Right.
It's a crazy thing to come all the way back here. So there's a couple, I don't know if you noticed when you came in, there's a couple of old AOL remnants.
No, I didn't, but I'll
so
definitely.
You will probably appreciate that because that's
look.
way back in the early days of your career.
Yeah. Well, and then in the crazier part of it is Ryan Spoon was
president of Yahoo Sports now.
Was one of our investors when we built World Championship Sports Network and Universal Sports.
Wow.
At Polaris up in Boston. So I've known Ryan for years as well. So there's so many connections from these last 25 years, Ariel. It's great.
Are you still, so when you left the combat business, were you still following PFL World Series of Fighting? That, you know, like, were you still?
Of course.
Okay, yeah.
Of course, a lot of my teammates, people I brought into the business, friends, you know, guys like Ray, you know, certainly Don and Pete and, you know, George Greenberg, and all those guys are good friends. So I try to keep in touch with all of them.
How do you feel about the current state of the company based on what you see from afar?
You know, it's hard. You know, I think it's hard. I think everyone, they've been spectacular at, you know, raising a lot of money. They've been spectacular about growing into Europe. It's, you know, it's just being in the live event, you know, business is difficult, and it costs a lot of money. But look, you know, we'll see what happens with ESPN and where ESPN goes. There's so many rights deals coming up.
Yeah.
And, you know, like everything, you got to be really good, and you have to be a little lucky with all of these things.
So one brand that I've long been a fan of is Invicta. I love what Invicta has done, and I've always referred to Shannon Knapp, the founder of Invicta, as a survivor, because she has been in this business for a long time through many ups and downs. And there was a time where, I mean, you looked at the Invicta roster, maybe like 13, 14, and it was a who's who. And for whatever reason, you know, UFC started to get into the women's MMA business, so they poached a lot of the talent, and now people want to go straight. How do we get Invicta back to where it once was? Is that even possible? Is that even an attainable goal, or does that need to be redefined? I know you have to deal with CBS Sports Network. They're still around. They still have solid fights. But can we get back to where Invicta was 10 or so years ago? Is that possible?
We think so. I mean, Shannon and I tackle this every day too. Again, it's a little hard. There's been a little bit of starting and stopping with Invicta. And so I think also laying out the schedule, understanding really where you're going to be, you know, 8, 12, 14 times a year so that you can continue to get the consistency for the fans is important. CBS Sports deal been great because it is a nice platform, and it does get a little bit of a shine because of the CBS Sports brand and its quality. The shows have been great. They look great. They're happy with the product. I think like everything, we're out there looking for sponsors, you know, looking for other partners and ways to grow it. In fact, Shannon and I are flying off next week down to Orlando to look at another venue and as another potential place, and maybe a little bit of a home base that could also help out operationally with some costs. But look, you couldn't have a better person in Shannon in not only the
incredible
passion and the history and being a Hall of Famer to make it happen. The ladies that fight for her love her. She takes care of them. We just have to, again, sort of mix in that magic of how do you manage the operation of the event business along with sponsorship and the distribution so that we can dial it in, and that's what we're working hard on.
What do you think is like the sweet spot number as far as events are concerned for them?
I think it's probably 10.
10, okay.
Yeah,
so almost
I think,
once a month.
You know, if you could do one once a month and take a break in August and December, I think it would at least give the fans Shannon and I were actually talking about it yesterday. You know, give them some consistency so that they know when the shows are coming up, then they can follow the fighters, they can train with them, they can understand their camps, all those things that help lead up to the moment when they step in the cage and the excitement happens.
And the Fight Network is near and dear to my heart as well, because I remember when they launched in Canadian, and I had a lot of friends who worked for them, and I remember when they were really heavily involved. I mean, they even had a UFC deal at one point. What is your take on the state of the Fight Network? And the one thing for me is it felt like it never was able to break through into the United States. Is that even a possibility? Is that even something that is trying to be done?
Absolutely, and agree with you. It's strong in Canada. It's always been strong in Canada. As you know, having been on the other side and them being my distributor, they were always great in Canada. We've got a fast channel with really good traction in the U.S.
Oh, really? Okay.
And we're continuing to grow the different platforms that it can go. And now we're talking about some other live rights that we could bring in to the fast channel. As you know, if you know a little bit about fast, I mean, fast is a crowded place. It's difficult, but live matters on the fast side too. And so if we can bring some more live, you know, look, as you move rights from Canada to the U.S., sometimes they're costly, but there may be some different rights that are also available that we can get in the U.S. that helps to give Fight a little bit of that live, you know, magic that they need that'll help with distribution. So yeah, we're Chad Migley on our team is
he's been
still
there forever.
Been there for, he's the oldest Anthem employee.
Wow.
He's a great guy and he's a hard worker, super passionate about what we have with Fight, and I think he's excited to try and, you know, build it a little bit in the U.S. together.
As you know, when a new president, new regime comes in, there's always going to be some change. I did want to ask about one that made some headlines, Gail Kim leaving TNA. What could you tell us about her departure? Because I think she was there for quite a while, 17 or so years, and it made big news. What was the reasoning behind her departure?
Yeah, so Gail, I mean, Hall of Famer, TNA Hall of Famer, been there for years. I think when you come into an organization, you have to look at what's working and what's not working. And sometimes you have to make changes because you got to move forward to continue the growth. And so I had to make a couple of hard decisions, not just with Gail, but with a few other staff to try and maybe reinvigorate, to your point, sort of reinvigorate what I think was already going well. But at least from what I've learned in my career over the last 25 years, when things are going a little bit well, that's not the time to sit and be like happy, because everyone is chomping to try and get you. And so we kind of got a little more aggressive in making some changes that we thought we needed to make to sort of reinvigorate the locker room, maybe reinvigorate the knockouts division that I think we've done, elevate a few people that needed to be elevated and given some, more responsibility. And that was one of the changes we made. We made a few others in the front office as well. And look, so far everyone's responded well, and we have a great team and some great camaraderie going right now.
So, like the reports online were that the locker room was upset over this. Are you saying otherwise, or?
I think in knowing a little bit about wrestling and knowing a little bit about working with athletes throughout my career, there are always going to be people that are upset. I mean, Gail had been there a long time. Of course, it wasn't an easy decision to make. It was the most difficult decision I had to make so far in running TNA. But I think what's important is what you do after that, and how you bring people together, and how we bring the locker room together, and how we share what's going on with our talent and help them to feel like they're part of the business. And I think we've done a pretty good job of that over the last 3-4 months. And so far, the feedback I've been getting is people like the way things feel now. They like the energy. I'm a big energy guy. I'm a big positive attitude person, and I think it makes a difference. And so we're trying to inject that into the organization.
Do you think TNA could become the number 2 promotion in the world?
Sure.
Is that a goal?
Look, it's always a goal to get better.
And I say number 2. Obviously, no one shoots to be number 2, but obviously WWE is the big dog, right? They've got a massive head start. But there was once a time where TNA was number 2 in this country and around the world. Is that part of the motivation?
Look, the motivation's to get better every day and land where we are and be TNA. Like I said, we're one of the major leagues. We've got a great partner in WWE, and I think we keep getting bigger. Every 3 months. I think in the last 6 months we've gotten bigger every 30 days. And I'm a really big sort of what do you deliver in 30, 60, and 90 days. It's how you set your short-term goals. You can't just be thinking 3 years out. You got to think about that, but you got to really grind it out every single day. There's no one thing that makes you win. It's a little of everything. And yeah, look, I want TNA to continue to be big and strong. And if I come on your show in 6 months and you want to tell me that we're the number 2 promotion, I'm going to say, yeah, I think you're right.
The way the TNA WWE relationship has benefited TNA, I wonder if there's a possibility for an Invicta UFC type of relationship in that same regard. Is that a possibility?
Sure. I mean, why not?
Same company, TKO.
Of course. And
has that been discussed at all?
Not yet, because I think we got to still rebuild what Shannon has been doing over the last 12 months. I think we need to do that a little more and continue to build the awareness, get more fights on, bring in a couple more sponsors. But sure, why not?
Yeah, I think it would be great. By the way, in the midst of doing all of this, all these deals, traveling, how are you doing all these Ironmans? It's the Ironmans, right? How many have you done?
I've done 13.
13 Ironmans. And for those that don't know, that's and here's a photo of you at a recent one. For those that don't know, how many miles on the bike? Is it the bike first or the swimming
swim
first?
First. You got to swim first, because otherwise you might drown.
That's a good point. That's a great point. How many miles in the water?
2.4 miles in the water.
And then on the bike?
112.
And then the actual full marathon, 26.
26.2 miles, yeah, running.
That's insanity.
It's a long day.
When's the last time you did one?
That was Phoenix in October of 2023.
Okay.
I took 2024 off. I did 13 in 14 years, one every year.
Wow.
Took COVID off, and then I decided to quit. I think 13 was enough.
Okay,
I
so you're
decided
done now.
that I didn't need to tell Ariel that I needed to do. You'd be happy if I did 13, which most people are, but I've decided that I'm going to do another one. So I'm going to Chattanooga in September to do an Ironman.
God, what is the training like for that?
I just train every day. I run,
Every
I
day.
swim, I bike.
And you finished every time you've started.
I'm 13 for 13.
Golly.
Yeah,
Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
I turned 60 years old.
60 years old. Golly. Well done.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I can't believe I just said that out loud, but it's true.
No, I mean,
I'm
God
happy
bless. We should all be lucky to be doing this at half of that, a quarter of that. and you don't find it hard with all the travel, all the work.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but you can always get up early,
Sure.
up at 5:30 or 6, and you can get a run in. I mean, with the travel, almost every hotel has a pool.
Sure.
And every hotel at least has a bike in the gym. It's not the same, but it's okay. You go in the gym and you ride the bike for a while, you jump in the pool, you swim.
How long are you training a day?
A typical day is, 3 to 5 miles running, 10 to 15 miles biking, and, 20 minutes of a swim.
Golly.
And I do that
What's
pretty
the
much
diet
every
like?
day. Just, try to eat protein, eat
Yeah.
well.
Golly.
Try to not eat bad things, just like we all should. But
And who got you into this?
well, when I ran Universal Sports, I went to Boston College. I played tennis at Boston College, and in Boston College, I was on Heartbreak Hill every year with my buddies, drinking beer and having a good time. I played tennis. My buddy Brian played soccer. My buddy Renee was on the track team. We always said we're going to run the Boston Marathon.
Okay.
We never did.
Okay.
Because we were having too much fun at Boston College. So when I ran Universal Sports, the Boston Marathon, we were the broadcaster for the Boston Marathon, and I said that I wanted 5 entries to the Boston Marathon. And they said, well, you can't have them. You got to qualify for the Boston Marathon. So I said, well, I'm not going to be the broadcaster then. They're like, okay, we'll give you some entries.
Okay.
So I ran, my first marathon I ever ran was Boston, and that was 2008. And then the Ironman came to us and wanted us to do a broadcast deal for the Ironman races, especially Kona. And so we did the same deal, and I got some entries for Ironman races. And so I decided after running a few marathons that I'd do an Ironman, and then sort of just kept doing them.
Incredible.
Because I figured if I stopped, I wouldn't do them again.
Sure.
So I kept doing them, and we'll see. Hopefully I got one more in me in September.
Do you have kids?
Yeah, twin girls.
Do they do this?
No, they ran track and field,
Okay.
and they're pretty athletic, but no, they don't do. They come in. They're my pit crew.
Okay, yeah.
We have the
Hype
races.
you up.
We have a good time. Yeah, they help me out.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's great to see. Congratulations on all your success coming back to the combat sports world. Just when you thought you were out, here you are back, pounding the pavement. And I do really enjoy when you're front and center on the events, interacting with the guys. It's cool to see. It's cool to have a face as far as TNA is concerned. I'm wondering when you're going to get involved in the angles now. Like, is someone going to hit you on the head with a guitar?
Let's hope not.
You want none of that.
No.
You just want to be the guy sitting in the front row.
I think being the president's enough.
Yeah, but it always happens, by the way. It always, like, eventually you'll do some angle, someone will put you through a table, and you are quite fit. I feel like you can handle it. We'll remember this.
I'll be the president for right now, Ariel.
We'll remember this.
It's good to close the circle and be back here with you too.
And by the way, let us know when you have that news to break. We like breaking news as far as
absolutely.
the TV
Absolutely.
home.
Well, are you coming? Will you be out at Slammiversary
UBS.
on
So
July 20?
I have to pick up my kids from sleepaway camp that day in Massachusetts. I did want to go. Joe Hendry, actually, we were talking about me being maybe his mouthpiece, his manager, sort of like Paul Heyman with Roman Reigns. But the call never came. I actually had a cup of coffee with TNA. Now I'm going off on a tangent here as I'm trying to say goodbye. Jeff Jarrett and I spoke very briefly in like 06, 07 about me joining the creative team way back before all this started.
Interesting.
But the requirement was I had to move to Nashville.
Oh, got it.
And I was like, I want to build something here in New York. So
You've done a good job building it.
I think it's worked out.
It's worked out well.
Thank you, Carlos. All the best to you. There he is, the man himself, the president of Anthem Sports Group. We'll take a quick break. Back with PT. Do not go anywhere.
Everybody else sleeping right now. Watched Ilya Taporia knock out Charles over there first round last night. Everybody snoozing, not me. We're getting up and we're driving race cars.
I think maybe the closest thing I've driven to one of these is a Honda Accord.
Just all one time.
Okay.
We'll go to gas one time, brake one time, turn one time.
So essentially commit to it no matter what.
Pretty much, yeah.
Started putting the pedal to the metal. You pushed it down one time and you really start to feel the power.
Yeah, it goes, doesn't it?
It goes, man. That was awesome.
Perfect. Yeah. Pull both paddles at the same time. And then...
Wow. That was badass. That was awesome. You start to get it. I see exactly what they're saying now. You start to get it. I'm glad I did 7 laps over 5 because the last 2 laps are where I really put the pedal to the metal. This straightaway right here. Yeah. And you really feel the power of the braking and everything. Makes me respect the professional drivers that much more because that shit is not easy.
First of all, congratulations.
Let's go. Thank you, man.
Successfully participating.
Let's go. That's awesome.
Overall means that the car is still in one piece.
Yeah, the car is still in one piece. I'm still in one piece.
Oh, perfect. That is the...
Yeah. So it all worked out. All right, we just finished up at Dream Racing. Got the certificate of completion, means I didn't wreck the car. Jeff Gordon shirt on. Jeff Gordon glasses on too. Drove just like him. Unbelievable experience, man. Shout out to Dream Racing. Everybody from start to finish was exemplary service. Couldn't recommend it enough if you ever find yourself in Las Vegas. Beautiful fleet of vehicles. But now it's time to get some lunch. We find ourselves at Hell's Kitchen, Gordon Ramsay's. I've always wanted to try beef Wellington. Rick wouldn't shut up about this place. A little bread, a little beef, wrap it up. Easy as that. Can't wait to try it. Let's go. The lobster risotto was awesome.
That's a good cliffhanger right there. The beef Wellington, PT, was something else.
Really, yeah.
You ever see The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson?
No.
Never heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Johnny Carson?
Yeah.
Do you know who Ed McMahon is?
No.
So Johnny Carson would do the show, and Ed McMahon would sit next to him.
Oh, so
and when a guest would come, he would just move down to the other seat, and the guest would sit in between them. Conan had a guy as well.
That's right.
I kind of feel like you've become that guy now.
Oh,
we come back and here you are sitting here.
I should be here all the time.
You think like when I'm doing the interviews with the guys, you just there it goes.
Oh, there's more.
Sorry,
Disrespect
Frank.
to America.
Sorry, Frank.
That's
Sorry,
more
Frank.
disrespect
It's going
to
to get
America.
clipped out.
You just kind of sit here.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. What have you been doing for
Andy,
the past 3
that's
hours?
Colin's lad.
Andy what? Cohen? No, Andy
Hoffman.
No.
Wow.
Andy Richter.
There we go.
On air
and
Jordan.
he had weird interactions with Norm Macdonald all the time.
He did, yeah. What a legend, Canadian legend. May he rest in peace. What's the crack? Yeah. Last 2.5 hours. What have you been doing?
Gavin Casey has landed
Okay,
successfully in New York.
God bless.
He's booked for the crack. Gavin Casey, the greatest Irish boxing writer.
Who does he
in
write
the
for?
world, the 42. He's been following Katie Taylor forever, right back from the amateurs. He's a brilliant, brilliant guy. He's going to be on the show, as will Chuck Mendenhall. I've also ordered for my lovely friends, everyone that's going to be in the office, not you.
Yeah, no.
A bit of catering from a very famous sandwich shop around these ways called Joey Rose's. They're gonna.
I was gonna say Katz's Deli.
No. Do you remember when I was out with Shane Gillis that time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bestie.
What's the name of the guy who was out with you guys that we saw in Las Vegas?
Del Boy.
What's his actual name?
Jeez, I call him Del Boy all the time.
He's a legend.
Derek
from Scotland.
Yes.
Every
But he
third
from
word is
Motherwell.
I.
He is a legend. He was out with us that night. He's Chris Bungard's best mate, Cowell Bungard, the actor / MMA fighter / professional wrestler. You have to talk to him someday.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
But Derek's a legend, Del Boy. Brain farted there when you asked me his name.
No.
But yeah, we that night we were also out with Joe DeRosa. And Joe DeRosa is the owner of Joey Rose's. And I promised him after about 25 Guinnesses that I would get all of my colleagues his beautiful sandwiches when I came to New York.
Okay, so
and
when
I
you
did
get it,
that.
and why didn't you do it today when I was in?
Because it's for the crack. It's not for your show.
Oh, okay.
You should be getting catering from me.
That's true. You're right. I used to go to ESPN and like Jalen Rose would get catering for everyone.
He sounds like a real good boss.
I guess I should get catering from time to time.
It'd be nice. You did bring us bagels once.
I did.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Great. Buy chocolate one other time.
Yeah, I did do that.
Take us out for dinner on our birthdays.
You know what? I'm actually not.
Are you flying me back out next week then for my birthday? You bring me for dinner?
You know, we talked about on the group chat next
am I not-
Wednesday.
what?
Nah, we probably should have done it.
What, GC's getting a whole trip to the restaurant?
Yeah, well, it's a GC, Ariel, Frank, Jordan. Yeah, we probably should have figured it out. I'm so busy. I'm going to the press
Is it, yeah?
conference, and then I got the weigh-ins tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we got the. Are you going to the weigh-ins
biz.
tomorrow? Maybe.
No, Joe, I'm not. Out
Why?
of protest, I'm fucking not going
Maybe we
now.
could do it after the weigh-ins.
Look, a lot of planning's going to be happening tomorrow, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Big
things.
planning.
Yeah.
Me and the crack, do you think that's just off the cuff? I plan every sentence of that shit.
No, it's become sort of the darling show of the Uncrowned Network.
Yeah, it's look, the producers, they have a lot of work to do on that one, let me tell you. You think this is hard work?
It's live though.
Jordan?
It's live. It used to be taped. Now it's live.
Frank, cut the mic.
It's look, it is what it is. And Chuck
is what
Mendenhall's
it
going to be
is.
here.
Thank you, Max.
That's going to be fantastic.
Speaking of, there's nothing to speak of. Frank, do we have any super chats? I thought
Is it just super chats now already?
Yeah, it's super chats. I got to go to the press conference.
Will you stop at the press conference?
There's one super chat, and it came in from Sleeto for $1.99.
Oh, hey,
and it
Sleeto.
seems familiar. Pizzy, give Jordan
Wow.
the Marilyn Monroe happy birthday dance.
Didn't he say Pizzy give Ariel the Marilyn Monroe happy birthday
Yeah,
dance
he said it
yesterday?
yesterday. He said it yesterday.
Filthy.
You know, a lot of people have been asking me what happened to On the Nose. This is what happened to On the Nose. 2 weeks ago, we were in Las Vegas.
What? Did something terrible happen to him?
No, but they were asking, what happened to On the Nose?
What the fuck is going
Yes,
on,
Cheeto.
bro?
Let me explain to you. 2 weeks ago, we were in Las Vegas. We didn't have a Wednesday show. I mean, you could have done it. You did the Wednesday show.
No one asked me.
Last week, we had so much because we didn't have a Tuesday show. We had so much to get to on the Wednesday. Didn't have time. This particular episode, this Wednesday, 3 in-studio guests, plus Pizzy needed his airtime, plus I have to go to the...
There was a Tuesday show last week, though, wasn't there?
For me.
Just for the...
No, I said for me, so I couldn't get to everything.
Do you not watch it? Hang on, do you not watch my show last Tuesday?
Listen, I love your show.
And you fucking... you're not coming to the press conference?
I'm the one constantly giving you feedback on the program. And so next week, before we go out for our team dinner, we'll have On the Nose back. How about that?
Hey, can we talk about Pizzy ordering catering the day that we have a Peter Luger's reservation?
Yeah, that is a weird
We made
one.
this whole plan. I had to shake
don't have to have any,
hands.
mate.
I had to kiss
You don't have to have any.
babies.
But you're going...
I had to speak
You guys are going to Peter
Luger
Luger's?
himself. Yeah,
Wow.
on Friday.
Wow.
Just to get that reservation, and now Pizzy's like, yep, I'll have 15 subs here an hour beforehand.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Thanks, Pizzy.
Wow.
That's
Can't
what we
wait.
call an ingrate in Ireland there. Fair play to you.
Honestly, I would love to go to Peter Luger's. When are you guys going?
Friday afternoon. It's been in the plan this whole time. You were there when I made the reservation.
Oh, you're saying like on the day of the Netflix show?
Yeah.
You want me to have a
Can't
whole
squeeze
Peter
us in,
Luger?
Helwani?
3:15.
I mean, there's a lot going on.
Here, what's the story with... It's warmer than ever in here. Did you fucking press a button or something?
I think someone might have blasted a little AC. I will admit,
This
short
is
sleeves.
That's how AC works.
Yeah, I will admit it's short sleeves weather, and I'm still pretty hot.
Someone did say on the behind the scenes video, they said,
Yeah.
Helwani loves saying we like it hot in here.
Yeah.
He's actually the only one that likes it hot.
Maybe it's more of a vibe in like January, February. Maybe I need to ease back a little bit on.
I
the
don't know
heat.
how you like stay awake in here.
Yeah. Well, you think?
You look like you're perspiring, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Does it look like I'm sweating?
Yeah, I think so. I can see
It's
upon your
just my
brow.
beautiful tan from the beach.
There was one day where Rick was in there sweating
remember that
like
day.
a pig.
Like Paul Walter
No,
Hauser.
to be fair
Yeah.
though, I don't
Yeah.
think it was even that hot in there. I just had like a moment. I don't know what happened.
hot
You
under
weren't
the lights.
sick or-
I thought he was going to get sick on the air. He
What
was
about
sweating.
Tuesday, me, when GC ran me up the street? I came back and there was parts of my hair just stuck to my face and shit when we were singing happy birthday to him. I was in bits. Remember how bad my back was yesterday? It was sick. Frank didn't want to touch me.
It's hot. It's hot.
Never do.
By the way, I do have some breaking news. This just came through the wire right here from EIC Shaheen Al Shadi. What? Just hit uncrowned.com when Katie Taylor came to America.
I was worried it was terrible and he just wasn't
The
putting it
Irish
up.
Icons trilogy with Amanda Serrano, which culminates Friday at Madison Square Garden, has become far more than a simple sporting milestone. There she is. And you know what's great about this article?
What?
Petesy Carroll. I don't know if we could get it up. I know I'm springing this upon all of you. Petesy Carroll byline, picture, mugshot, but then Dateline.
Oh shit!
New York.
Ah, I love it. I love it.
Know yourself. You know what a Dateline is, right?
Yeah.
It was in
NBC
New York.
show. Yeah, cool.
Dash. This is a big deal. Let's read the first paragraph, shall we? In the early hours of May 1st, 2022, the Irish population of New York City were dotted all over Midtown Manhattan, celebrating the island's most revered fighting product hours after a victory in the biggest women's boxing match. It's a bit of a run-on sentence, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think it sounds great.
Yeah, like where's the punctuation? Ah, there it is. Look at that. We didn't quite get the Dateline there, but the Dateline is my favorite part.
We also didn't get the custom art or anything like that.
No, they never give me that.
No custom.
Petesy, I think
it's more of a Chuck Mendenhall thing.
It's more of a- Chuck's piece will be out before they had. If you want to check that one out.
On Kody as well.
I don't know.
He
Maybe.
just like elbows you.
Chuck coming in studio on Friday?
Yes.
Oh, the man in the hat.
He's going to be in town tomorrow. Maybe a pop boy.
Uncrowned Satellite HQ.
It's going to be fantastic.
This is a great piece. A lot of words.
Peter Luger's for Chuck.
Words.
Yeah.
Chuck is coming to Peter Luger's. Yeah, Frankie.
That's exciting.
Chuck's coming to Peter Luger's too.
Fucking right he is. The whole squad is. Wives.
We put it in
Wives
the chat.
too.
Yeah. Pregnant wives.
Pregnant wives.
Pregnant wives coming to Peter L's. Petesy, I actually think I like the strawberry better than the mango.
Yeah, strawberry growing, yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Good.
Fabulous.
Good stuff, man.
Did have some bad news to report on a serious note. I'm seeing this on TMZ. Randy Couture, airlifted to Burn Center, suffers serious injuries after NHRA practice crash. UFC legend Randy Couture was airlifted to a Burn Center with serious injuries after crashing during practice runs at a racetrack in Kansas City, TMZ Sports has learned. Couture, who was slated to make his National Hot Rod Association racing debut this year, was involved in an accident during preparation on Tuesday, resulting in first and second degree burns, trauma injuries, and smoke annihilation. There is a picture of his arm.
Inhalation?
Yes, inhalation, excuse me. Thank you for that. There's a picture of his arm here, which looks quite gruesome. The 62-year-old fighter, actor, and Army vet completely wrecked the car he was driving at the time of the incident. Although it's unclear what caused it, he was rushed to a nearby burn center for treatment where he remains at this time. Luckily, we're told he is expected to recover. So that is some scary news. He's had some health scares as of late. I remember had the heart attack several years ago. We were actually just at Extreme Couture with Eric Nixick, and he told me that Randy is quite a fixture at the gym. Still going, still training, still helping out. So yeah, just want to wish Randy a speedy recovery and glad that, at least according to this article, he will make a full recovery and that he can get back on his feet. Also a member of the PFL broadcast team. So that is scary, scary stuff. Any other news since we've been locked in here? Anything else? Or was that pretty much it?
Lauren Murphy's retiring.
Lauren Murphy's retiring. Yeah. Okay. That is... Was there any specific reason for it?
I announced the breaking news back here a little bit ago.
What was it?
We did get a super chat from Chris Manning, $4.99. Thanks, Chris. He said, for Petesy, I had a Guinness and cider mixed at the bar over the weekend. Is that an acceptable use of Guinness in your expert opinion?
It's funny because someone is... Ariel, am I right saying that you sent me a picture of a cider mixed with a Guinness one?
Oh, yeah.
I watched Frank do it in front of you, and you were screaming in my ear. You were like, "Me father would be rolling in his grave."
He's not even dead.
That's what I was like. Is your dad even dead?
Yeah, no, he won't be.
Yeah.
If you were in like an Irish bar and you're with a lot of lads and they're all drinking Guinness and it got to Frank and you're like, yeah, I'll have a... Like,
Black Velvet.
We'll be like, what the fuck?
The name doesn't make it any cooler.
By the way, Lauren Murphy is fighting this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so she hasn't retired yet.
This will be her final fight.
Yeah, okay, all right. That is, I mean, it's different. I thought you said she just retired.
That's not what I said.
It sounded like
she's retiring.
She is retiring.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, we wish her the best. Legend of the game. There was another piece of news here that I saw that that we might have missed. Oh, yes, I see tomorrow that BKFC is going to have a sort of state of the promotion address, making all kinds of announcements. We've got a slew of high-level free agent signings to be announced this Thursday at the Champions Summit. You do not want to miss this. Any guesses? They tweeted. And then Conor McGregor tweeted, huge announcements I make tomorrow for Bare Knuckle FC. I do think another promotion is going to make an announcement. I am, we'll see. I think tomorrow might be an interesting day.
That's a bit of it. That's a bit of a tickle of the balls, isn't it? What you just did there.
Over at uncrowned.com, I'm being told that Ben is going to have an article on Lauren Murphy's impending retirement. There it is.
Ben's not going to be on the crack, and we're all a bit upset. You know what I mean?
Why is that? Why is that?
Well, you know what I mean. The producers are kind of like, let's keep it in studio. You're in studio, Petesy. You know what I mean? That's, you do Zoom calls all the time.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to miss him dearly, and I just want to request on the air that next time we're here, Ben and Chuck come out here just to add to the expenses already. Yeah, we'll do that.
I agree.
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
One other one that I wanted to bring up. Did you guys happen to see this Tim Kennedy news?
Yeah, Rick just told me about this. This is crazy.
Okay, so Tim Kennedy, obviously we know about Tim Kennedy, longtime MMA fighter, Strikeforce fighter, UFC fighter, has been in the game for quite some time. Yesterday I see on his Instagram that he posted this. I want to read the whole thing here. I'm just seeing it, so I didn't send it to the boys. 1 second, sorry. So many messages.
You should hear the stuff that Frank is saying in my ear while I'm on the show. It's disgraceful.
He's saying sweet nothings?
I wish he was saying sweet nothings. He's saying sweet everythings.
I want to take full and unequivocal responsibility for a serious mistake. Over the years, I made public statements and gave interviews in which I unintentionally misstated aspects of my military service. Most notably, I implied directly or indirectly that I had been awarded the Bronze Star with Valor.
How do you unintentionally do that?
That is not true, and there is no excuse for it. I never received that honor, and I deeply regret ever suggesting otherwise. That kind of recognition is sacred. It represents extraordinary courage under fire, acts that risk or cost lives to those who truly earned it, and to their families and brothers in arms. I offer my sincere and direct apology. What I said disrespected your service, and I take full ownership of that. I was young when I stepped into the public eye, and while I wasn't prepared for the scrutiny or pressure that came with it, that doesn't absolve me. I should have known better. Integrity is not situational, and I failed to uphold the standards I claim to represent. He continues with his apology. And so did someone unearth this that he said in because
I heard him many times kind of talking about all the
That's
stuff.
a tough one.
How do you unintentionally do that?
No, I don't know. I guess we have to find the original interview. And then did someone
I remember
look this up?
I think he was called out by a number of
people within that community.
Yeah. Rick, where are you gone?
Yeah, that's my recollection is that there have been other people in armed services
called them out, and then he had to come out with a statement
calling things into question, and so
Yeah.
certainly he had to address it.
That's a tough one.
Rough
That's
as a
a
dog's
tough one.
arse, isn't it?
GC, any thoughts on this breaking news story?
No.
Oh,
I thought he was getting ready. I thought he was
Deep breath before.
I thought you had something. as
Stolen
a-
valor, nothing to play with.
No.
Yeah, no.
Brother in the Marines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't go over well. We did get a few super chats from JD Realty.
Wait, by the way, Frank told me not that long ago that there were just one super chat. Are they now coming in?
They're coming in like hotcakes.
Those that
JD
came
Realty
back on.
sent 99 cents.
Oh,
said
99
nothing.
cents. Yeah, we don't.
Then he said JD
sorry.
Realty.
We appreciate your donation. Thank you.
Because of
very
me.
Sends in 99 cents, says nothing. Then JD Realty sends $1.99 and says, looking to buy a house in Orlando. With that, I am not. Thank you, though, JD.
Okay. I mean, maybe Carlos Silva and Shannon Knapp are. They said they're going to go to Orlando. Are there any other super chats?
What I missed with this Orlando thing? I missed
He
something?
said that they are potentially looking at setting up shop in Orlando.
Oh,
Invicta, that is.
Here, do you think Frank liked talking about the whole family situation there?
Mr. Smith,
Yeah.
you think he got uncomfortable?
I think he wanted that to end as quickly as possible.
Oh, wow. I mean,
And they were like, "And what about you? What
Yeah,
about the dad?"
you
And he's like, "What the fuck, man?
oh,
Just get
really?
me out of here."
Oh, really? I mean, I think these are natural questions that should be asked, no?
Like, I mean, you're doing your job, but I was just like, Jesus Christ,
Oh.
I'd hate to be Frank in this situation.
Oh, wow. I thought he was lovely. We did
no,
get the
he's,
picture.
he's the man.
We did get the picture with Rick and him.
Oh,
I was
brilliant.
excited about
What is
that.
the picture? When he had hair, he looked like Rick?
No. To
Oh,
me,
Jesus.
wow.
Huh.
He's the CEO of Matchroom.
Oh, it's the
He's-
comparison.
Yes, he is. He is the
kids-
Rick
Oh,
to
geez.
Eddie's
I see.
AJH.
I see what you're saying now.
It took you this long. I've said it like 10 times today.
Nah, right over the old head.
Wow.
And then when we were about to take the picture, He's like, yeah, I used to have great hair like you, Rick. And you're like, yeah. Let's get a pic. That's what I thought it was. I thought when his hair was grown out, they looked similar.
I think he was just trying to create more.
Yeah. Can I just say, I sat with Frank for quite a while before he came in.
What was that?
Vibes were strong.
He's a great guy.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I told him he's a 92 baby. I'm a 93. I was like, I can't lie, Frank. Feels like you're like 15 years old. You're way ahead of the game. I'm fumbling over here.
No, I mean he got started very early. 14.
That's what he said.
I'm assuming he told the story on air. Yes.
Were you not listening to the show?
No, I wasn't because I was kind of,
I thought you had a head.
I have things to do. I mean, we just released a whole behind-the-scenes video of this thing where people see that I actually do shit.
Yeah, I just figured
but then we get the stupid super chats every
don't
what does Eric actually even do?
Meant to be a producer of the show.
Does he
isn't he?
even work here?
Just sat back here and heckled.
Who's making sure that everyone's on the straight and narrow?
Here.
Yeah.
You would not stop
You got
all
this,
the heckling.
You got this new toy. I'm like, what is this new toy? He's like, well, you didn't see the new toy. I was like, nah, I haven't seen it yet, man.
What, this?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, this is from my good friends over at Ghoststrike. Look at this. It's a 1 of 1. 1 of 1. Doing a deal with UFC. This is a big deal. Collectors love this sort of thing. The kids love it. And they said, who could we send to? What is so funny over there? God.
If you're done impressions over you over the last 2 days.
If you're gonna be my Ed McMahon, you got to keep it quiet when I'm having a monologue. Look at this thing. I mean, this is.
I heard Andy Richter earlier. Is he Ed or is he Andy?
Andy Ed. He's a combo of both. He's a 1 of 1, just like this. 1 of 1.
Wow, what a plug!
What did you say yesterday at the start of the show? It smells like a club in here.
Yeah, I totally made that up. Because clearly, unless you were smoking while getting this stuff.
No, I wish I was smoking.
No, we didn't smoke anything. All of us back here were like, lies. It doesn't smell like a club. He can't.
I was waiting for GC to take away from them Marlboros and just go for them. No.
I did notice, by the way, when you were doing the thing, GC, what is that thing called? The streamer.
Oh yeah, streamer.
Then as you were holding it like you have such a fixation with the thing. You started holding it like
lit something inside.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love ripping a few cigs? You know what I mean?
We do have one more super chat from JD Realty again. He's
hi JD.
Perhaps you're interested in selling a house in Orlando.
What is this Orlando thing? What am I missing?
What am I missing? It's JD Realty. Like he's not lying.
God,
no, I believe that, but like none of us have any ties to Orlando at all.
Conference if that's possible. I'll hose you down at the back of here or something.
PT's just having his own conversations as the show's going. Please go ahead, Rick.
All day.
I just want to keep you guys in there and see how hot it could get.
We got another one from True Dabber. I wonder if he is a True Dabber.
Yeah.
That's the thing?
You want to read it, Frankie?
Yeah, I guess so. What's up, guys? How are we feeling about UFC Fight Night in San Antonio? Gonna be there for my second fight. My first one was Protest versus Gary. Loved it.
Let's go. One Kansas City. That's in September 13th to be exact. So by my calculations, we have about 2 months to talk about that one.
Enjoy that one, True Dabber.
But that'll be a great night. It's actually not called Fight Night. It's called Noche UFC. So.
That'll be awesome.
Please get it right. Gentlemen, I do have to go. It is time for me to go. If you want to see me front and center.
Oh, are you doing something after this?
Yeah, I'll be at the theater. Should I give you guys a sign? Should I do a little like...
Yes.
Like,
what are we going to do, though?
Do you remember, who's the guy who used to take the... he used to take the free throws. Was it Mark Price? No, Jeff Hornacek. Remember Jeff Hornacek would take free throws and he would comb his hair. Yeah. And that was his sign to his kids.
That's right.
Should I do something to you guys? Should I go like this? Should I go like...
You make it up. Tell us, though.
like what should I do?
Please.
Or should I just do quite literally what I did when I announced the Buffalo Bills draft pick when I specifically mentioned the whole team? I mean, who else would do that sort of thing? There I am.
Mention their show.
Everyone's the boys in the back.
You mentioned their show.
You think I should have... Because
boys in the back and the crack with Petesy Carroll.
I was afraid to say the crack because I was afraid that they would think that I was referencing crack cocaine.
JD Realty wants to know
beauty of the show.
Dabber wants to buy a house in Orlando.
Maybe I am.
JD Realty back in the
JD Realty's a hustler.
Hey,
I like
True Dabber want to buy a house in Orlando. I think he's totaled up to about $696 in super chat. So thank.
Okay.
We appreciate that.
Fair play.
Thanks so much.
Well, what a day it has been, Petesy. Really. What else we have on the docket for today?
Send in a load of super chats for the crack, yeah? Me and Jordan get on them.
Anything else?
Gavin Casey's going to be there.
We got a Guinness tour on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You guys are doing everything.
That could get dangerous.
Are you guys going to Times Square as well, or is
We
that?
already did that.
Oh, you did it.
That was hilarious. That was very
Please call and leave voicemails for us and boys in the back tomorrow.
There's a particular shot of GC leaving a certain place that I'm very looking forward to seeing on film.
Oh, wow. Okay. Did you go around asking people if they knew who?
No.
Nah, forget about it. Listen, thank you very much to all our guests today. Carlos Silva, Frank Smith, and the big man, Big Mo himself. Back tomorrow, same time, place. Peace. I'm out of here. By the way, I realized that